People are trying to live off of that. You know, if you don't, surely work all those years, you gotta. Some
We're reconvening after our lunch.
Are we?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Okay, when we left, we were 219, 222 over in county general under. So where do we want to go from here?
there are a few things to consider, the pauper situation. I don't know what anybody wants to do with that or if it's okay. And then I don't know about that dispatch situation. I prefer to stay on the plan. That was the 5-year plan, but instead of the, whatever that was, pay $344,000 extra this year. I mean, we don't have that.
On
But,
the dispatch.
I mean, I just wanted to mention that. There's no way.
No.
The 5-year plan you're talking about, was that
Yep.
a signed contract or?
I don't think it, was
Was
it,
it what?
remember when you worked on that with Luke,
Contract.
2021, 22? It's like a 5-year projection,
It
and
was some
here's where we're
sort
gonna
of
go.
agreement. I don't know if it was actually a contract or.
Tell City was on board with it at that time, but it's changed apparently.
And I think the way it would, this year, they would still be obligated for like 200 and something, I think. The way that was then.
Yeah.
Are we good the way it is? We start passing the departments, individual?
Oh, what do you wanna do?
Are we there?
What?
Going through each department individually and okay in the budget. We adopt it on the 10th, don't we?
12th. 10,
Of
12,
October?
October 12th, yep,
12?
October 12th, yep.
Oh, yeah, okay, 10, 12, okay.
10, yeah. Of course, the
I knew
subsidies
there's a
not there
10 in
either.
there.
You got that. I think it was 10-10 last year.
EMS subsidy,
Huh?
I think it was 10-10
the
last
request
year.
versus
Yeah.
the. Is it a little more, 10,000 more
I don't see how we can
The
go in
EMS
and cut anymore.
subsidy?
Y'all were paying them 10,000 more than last year.
It's that or you got salary.
Let's go do pauper attorney first, get that out of the way.
What do you want to look at, is it a commission?
So I'm looking,
What page is it? What page is
I'm on 58, I'm public defender, but
it?
that'll be,
That's not the one.
it's not, it's up here. Court,
It's in the,
No, it's in court. Hold on.
I'm on page 20 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to look at the popper?
Yeah, let's see where to,
Okay, so
we've got 200,
200 and then.
last year we had 150.
What have we paid bills through? Can you tell? Like when our last, not when they billed us like, but what's the last statement date? And what's in there?
Okay,
In
so
that
you're what?
extra.
And the extra?
I know there's nothing in that.
There is, no. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? In the fund?
So you're just talking
In the
attorney.
150,
No, that's
the
different.
one we budgeted, if it's not. But the one that you have set aside for the reimbursements coming back in.
Yeah,
There's money
that's
in
not
there.
here.
That's what I wanna know, how much money do we have and what's the last, invoice date through, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let's look at general first, because I'm already done there. So that's.
Paul, I'm asking her to see what our last invoice date was
On that
through.
reimbursement.
Yeah, to see what that's through, what the cash looks like.
I mean, the good news is.
We don't really know
bumped
what
up-
to expect the rest of the year, but we can take an average, I guess.
The good news is it's bumped up 50,000 to 200,000. The bad news is that's still not enough. If we can get what the reimbursements are, that makes a big difference.
Okay,
Well, we were always getting them, they were just going in general.
Different
Yeah.
funds.
It's just being intentional now, which is,
Nothing's
it's
changed.
nothing new.
No.
It's just,
It's just going to a
You're right,
specific
right.
fund.
we can track
Where we
it
can
better.
track it.
in the general fund for Popper, under circuit court, you guys appropriated 150,000. And then did an additional appropriation in March of 28 for 48,828.22. To date, out of that line item in general, so you have appropriated 198,828.22, and you've spent $177,299.60. So basically, 177,300. So there's 21,528.62 left. So we've spent that.
So we just asked for extra in the
We have-
appropriation? Or what? That's weird.
Yeah. I think that's right about the time that we discovered the fund. I was like, wait a minute.
So you just.
Because remember, you guys were like, we want to set this ordinance to where we're not putting that money in general.
So there is 21,000 in
There's still 21,528
In,
left,
in general.
left in general,
Okay. Plus
of
that,
appropriation that you can spend.
then we have the other fund.
Yep.
Yeah. How much was in that, do you know?
there? And then I want to see what the last invoice,
I think we just paid some out on it.
through what though?
Yep.
Thank you. Because I want to know if we still have 4 months of bills to pay or how many. There was only one appropriation additional.
So, okay, so we have paid 168,
Out of that,
326.
that makes sense. I was wondering. And what's,
Cash balance,
mhm.
98,482.47.
Okay, and what's that?
And we are paid up, we've just paid out the last bit on 9/18. So
But
we're
what's-
up
can you-
to,
Sorry.
Helen?
Okay, there's 98,482 in the reimbursement account, plus the 21,000 county general.
Yep.
So we've got roughly about 120,000.
120.
Yeah.
But we have how many months left?
Got about a quarter left yet.
Okay, so let's add up our expenses. I mean, I know it can change,
Oh, yeah.
but we need to.
These are through August. This one we just got from Sweden Law Office is up to 8/22. Let me see what else we paid in. We paid a big one here around our Kyoto.
You already paid it.
Yes, this one we paid to Ron.
So far, we paid 367,154 this year.
This
And we got-
one for Rod.
About 400,000 available, or a little more. I mean, what we have for the whole year, county general and the reimbursements.
This is Rod. His dates are up till 8/7.
Okay, so
So all of our August.
August is,
We're running pretty close.
And we're consistently paying. I mean, we're getting them. So like we paid out on
it's like
9.
92,000 a quarter or so.
We pay out
Plus-
every month. They're pretty consistent. So we paid out on 9/18, we paid out on 8/21, we paid out on 7/17, 6/19, 5/8.
So we're paying like 92,000 a quarter
Yeah.
on average.
Plus, we got another quarter coming from the state
Yeah, so we
in
need to,
December.
But we'll have reimbursement,
Okay.
more reimbursement.
You will.
We
but
should be
then
all right.
that'll go towards next
Right,
year.
that'll go
That's,
towards
We should be all right.
so for this year,
Yeah.
200 could be,
The 200 is pretty good.
it's probably okay for this year.
Yeah.
For this year.
yeah,
It just depends, that fluctuates.
it's not way off, like
You
that,
just never know.
as long as we get those reimbursements.
Actually, this year's probably been
A little better.
year
It
than
has been
last
better.
year.
We knew it was gonna be better though, because there was a big bill,
We had some,
But-
That big bill last
but there
year.
was also other things.
Yep. So,
I feel,
and we will always
as
pay
long as
out
we
of
get
the,
those reimbursements.
this
Yeah.
is another fund, that, and, I will get better. I know that you guys have access to view, but I will get better about, if you guys want to pop me an email, or I'll get better about giving you the fund report when I upload it to Gateway. What I'll do is I'll start, because I upload that to Gateway every month. So when I do my monthly engagements, I'll send that out to you, which will be good timing because it's around the 15th of the month. So then you guys will have that for your upcoming meeting. So around the 15th of the month, you guys can look and you guys can see that. But we always pay out of this fund, since we'll pay out of this fund first before we go to general.
Now, will you get to, you're reckoning it's the third quarter right now, it's September, so we get a reimbursement for September, then you also get one in December for the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, we won't get it, so we'll have
Until January.
in January, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if,
The good news.
So that
it'd be
reimbursement,
like $459
that
maybe
reimbursement
by the end of the year. We might
actually
pay
goes
out
to the
like
next year.
$459 if
It
it's
won't
on
be
average.
received until the next year,
because
right?
you've already had some
Close.
last year
It's not-
succeeded to
it's
this.
bad.
Yeah, you'll get 4 a
Right.
year, but they're
Right.
not 4,
Right.
yeah.
Not the same year.
Okay.
You get 3. And the fourth one will go toward the next year. Right?
But you actually get 4
Right.
a
So
year.
the one we get in September will be our fourth one.
Yeah. So if we add up all the expenses and we just average
Yeah.
the last quarter at 92, it's like 459, so. It's better than I thought,
Yeah. Okay, so we're good with Paul Fraternity then?
as long as people behave.
I think.
So can you tell them,
Yeah, the problem is we're having more,
please behave, so we don't
we're
have
having
to.
more crime,
Right.
and the nature of the crime
It
is
is,
more
that's
serious.
the
And that's the-
Yeah.
Everybody wanting jury trials and stuff.
It's a problem.
All right, well,
All right.
Still want my additional.
So
Okay, so that's that.
Yep.
Is that okay for Popper?
I,
Okay, now the next thing are the dispatch and the EMS subsidy is not there, but I don't know what you wanna do about that. The last year was the same way, and we. I do agree that I would like to look at those,
You know,
yeah, and then maybe have a sit down, because some of that doesn't make sense to me.
Just understand it.
Doesn't make sense, and if we fine tooth comb everything else, we need to do that too. I'm not saying they're billing us for stuff that they shouldn't, I'm just saying I wanna understand it
I'm not sure why,
fully,
like one
what it
month,
all is.
like
we
we were
need to
showing
know.
these losses and then one month all of a sudden it wasn't a loss.
They just, 1 month out of the blue.
Well, and it could be,
Oh, what
It
would
might
that
be the time of payments they get on insurance. I don't know.
I wish there was more of those.
I still think we need to, next year,
I know,
work towards something.
we are giving
We
up.
did better about the
little
EMS
more.
equipment, even though they
I
didn't
think
ask, we tried to solve that.
I just think there needs to be more set meetings with you guys and them, because I don't want it at all try and sound negative, but like with dispatch, this is not bad, this is, with dispatch and EMS, it's kind of like they just tell us
I agree.
what money, and they're in control. They're in control of what they bill us, both of them are. And
And we
I
don't
think
really do
there
that with
needs to
anybody
be more understanding and knowledge of it. And I think it needs to be more of the entire group, not just Kelly or Gail going out there and talking to them. I think it needs to be more, even if you guys just did quarterly meetings with the EMS and review things and understand it a little bit more, because right now, we just pay what they bill us for, and we don't ask any questions. Not that I'm saying they're doing anything wrong, like
Right.
Kelly said, but, I mean,
And I have one out there, and David did, and we tried to understand that. And it's still,
it's a little much.
it's a lot much.
Yeah.
So I need them to break it down even further.
it took, I mean, honestly, do you guys remember last year when I was getting those? And I was just throwing them in a file because I thought they were just a P.
And here's
I'm
part
like,
of
a
the,
P&L report,
That's their invoice.
that's their invoice. I'm like, that's not an invoice, that's just you're sharing your P&L with me. I'm like, okay.
and this is why it's important that we work towards properly funding it, because I'm not saying there's not areas that they can cut, but it's such an unknown thing. It's, you know, the majority of the population here, we have a lot of Medicare, Medicaid, those type of things, and they don't pay as well as private insurance. And that's just a fact. And if they're getting a lot of those runs and transfers and things that aren't paying as much, then their loss is higher. And then there we are. So I don't know, maybe it's something we can look at. One goes on transfer. I don't know. We need to work on that next year. Or whenever, you can start whenever, but for the future.
I had those last two statements. Did you just email
Email.
somewhere in this minute?
And it's no disrespect to them. It's just, we need to figure this out. And work towards properly funding it.
Where did you?
The only other minor concern I have is the insurance that we move, the premium, since we're so close, but I know that fluctuates depending on who takes it or who takes a single plan or family plan. 'Cause
And we'll stay,
it's a double.
we'll stay in communication on that, for sure.
And just with taking the 66,000 out of the lit sheriff, 66,000 out of lit jail, right? Yeah, 58,000, whatever it was, out of Parks and Rec, and then we're adding a new jail officer. Nothing to say that person's gonna take the insurance, but we have to act like they will on a family plan. So, I don't know, that's my only other concern about outside of the EMS dispatch copper and that. And I still would like to fund the 544 out of, at least out of interest, but nobody else wants to do that, it's okay. I think if we got 1 year under our belt, a full year, we could figure out what we really truly need. Maybe you don't want to transfer the whole year. I would like to do that, but if you don't want to do that, because it affects the cash balance greater than you'd like to. I don't know. Just a suggestion,
Something to
something to consider, that's right.
for sure.
Up for negotiation.
Huh?
Up for negotiation, I mean, discussion, whatever. Not with you.
So,
What do you think, Stan? Got any ideas or suggestions or thoughts?
No, I just think maybe next year we need to relook at that. Edit and present it in a way where the public can understand it. Where we have flow chart or charts to say this is why we can do it. Basically have our own attorney there to back us up. You know,
You'll have to get an outside one because
Yeah.
the current one says he's not gonna do it.
yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah.
a huge conflict.
That's
to be able
another thing we
to-
have to look
That's a
at.
huge conflict to do. Is that normal?
what's that?
Is that normal? To
What?
have an attorney that does city of Hamilton and
Oh,
the county? I mean, I'd say that's a huge conflict. That's a huge conflict of
I mean,
interest.
two separate entities, but
it kind of, I guess this was in this instance, that's what he
Huge
was saying.
conflict.
He was recusing
I would
But part of
say-
the issue was in the beginning, it wasn't.
No, hey, that's true.
And we were getting guidance.
I would say we
So it's like,
shop
wait a minute,
outside the
who's like the
county
brick?
where there's no conflicts.
Well, I think
You
he
know.
needs to make a decision on who he wants to
Who he wants
represent.
to, I just
You
don't
know, I
think,
mean-
I don't think. we should.
There's not a lot available.
Especially with the route.
I'm just
you
saying
know,
you'll have to have an outside if
that you're
you,
looking to go.
We need someone outside the county where there's no
You need
conflict.
someone.
well, I mean, I was just talking about the edit modification. If you want to relook at that, and
Yeah.
if he is still our attorney, you'll have to get someone else.
That's something we can do
Yeah.
on October one.
That'd be beginning of the year, probably.
I'm saying it'd have to be voted on by October.
Oh, that
Well, those dates, yeah.
I don't know how that could even,
Right now, it's still October 1st.
I don't know how you.
I don't know what
that all.
January would be on the calendar.
Who knows?
If you're planning
Next year,
to
we may
change,
have
I
all
think
new
you can
council
plan
members.
on-
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Mhm.
And they may have their own ideas.
Is it Yeah, and maybe you have a different idea. I'm open to a different idea, but I don't have any other ones. I support that idea, so I'll listen to any other idea that you have. But there weren't any
I'm
presented,
not in
so.
favor of raising
Yeah, I
taxes,
support the whole thing.
Okay,
not on the people
I mean,
here.
that's
what do you want to do with the
budget.
budget? Is what I need to,
Back to
we were.
Yeah.
Under budget, 200 and, what was it?
11,000 something.
219. 222. What do we want to do with
Well,
that?
there's nothing we can do except pass what we got.
Well, like, we have talked about raises yet, we can probably factor them in there somewhat. We can afford to give them something.
I'm not in favor of raises, maybe a stipend at the end of the year, maybe. If we have some left over, from this budget.
Longevity.
So do we need to,
You don't have to.
on this dispatch,
I mean, it'll change every year. hold on.
when they turned in a
It's fine, don't worry about it.
I put it in the budget now.
Because if you start doing raises, then
We already have, right?
recalculate
What?
He's asking about
everything.
dispatch. I
And I'm
said, we've already
thinking,
got that.
if we have money left over at the end of the
What is
year,
it?
three-year plan.
Maybe we could do
Three-year plan
stipend,
was,
you know,
tell City to
for each
take that.
5-year,
employee,
I
I don't
don't
know,
You have those-
percentage.
That big a
Those
deal.
numbers with you, I didn't.
That would have to be worked out, calculated, put figures in and. So it-
I mean, if you wanted to put some more towards it, you could, but I don't know. What that's
You don't have enough to satisfy that.
That's what I mean. We don't even have enough to satisfy what they want. So
Kelly's adding up longevity.
they wanted 344,000 more. We don't even have that. We have 219, but there's nothing to say you have to give them
What
that.
was their portion supposed to be for?
I didn't bring that. There was like year 3.
It was like, I think 200 something.
269 or something?
No, it wasn't that much, I don't think.
I don't want to say because I don't have that with me.
I don't have it with me here. I might have.
I thought you would get it in my email from 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I think I did have something here, but, I mean, it's not, I don't know what we're gonna do with it. At this point, I don't think there's much we can do with it. but-
To discuss this future dispatch.
So effective 225, it was 212, 293, but that's not,
Dispatch.
that was in this proposal, but it was a little different than that in the actual final, I think. But it was 200 and something. Yeah.
Control.
Of course, then this is all changing because public safety will bring a piece that we're funding more than 279. Because we've increased it twice, so it's more, so we were working toward where we were paying more. And it was actually going quicker than what
It was, we were ahead a little bit, I thought.
anticipated, but
What was year 3, David?
effective 2025?
Yeah.
This has 212, 293, but I think it's a little different on the actual, the final plan that they had looked at it, but it was still over 200 something, maybe 207 or something like that. That they would still be paying this year. Of course, then you had the city accountant paying 27 and Troy 6, and those have both been reduced. And then this year they were paying to 0 since the city was paying 0. So it's,
The whole problem is, we're not collecting enough taxes to pay for the service. That's the whole issue. It's not that we're double charging Tell City or Candleton or Troy. It's that the money that's being brought in to pay for that service from everybody is not enough.
with the
So
tax,
that's kind of where the tax
with the
modification was
tax
going to put
modification,
more
it would add 145,000 more to the dedication to PSAT.
from everybody.
Yeah, that would come from everybody. So that would bring it up to like 5
That's
million.
fair.
Then you have
Every
the
resident.
statewide 9/11, another 283.
That's right.
So that's like almost 800,000. So you're getting close to the
It was close to the whole thing.
900. But
Yeah.
But that statewide 911 is
a portion of it's being used.
used for other
EM.
stuff, so you
Yeah.
can't appropriate
A
all
portion
that.
of it. It's not, you won't get the full, like this year, we're only getting 171 of
Yeah,
that. you
yeah.
know.
You mean
So
the county thing.
it was
Right,
yeah,
off
sure.
like about 100,
But still, that's a lot
So it'd be
closer.
like 700 or so that you would have, which is a nice working toward it, but anyway, that hasn't happened, so I'm not sure why we're talking about it.
For longevity, $100 per year. That comes to, for all employees, currently $103,600.
Kelly, did all of them cap at 2,000? Did they all go up for 100 for years of service? All of them, okay. Because I think some of them were going off last year, capped at 2,000, and I just wanted to get the total years or whatever. But, yeah, so that's with everybody at $100 per year of service.
And how much did you say it was?
No cap. $103,600
600 for the longevity.
at $100 per year.
Thing is, when you implement that, that's every year after that.
Yeah.
And I'm not for doing something that's gonna affect the budgets after I'm gone.
But do you see the benefit
I
of,
see some
that.
of it, yeah.
I mean, the person that comes in on day one makes the exact same amount that someone that's been there 15 years? I mean, I get you get vacation
Yeah.
time and stuff like that, but most places pay longevity.
Is there a way around that? Probably not, that person who comes in on day one.
You could do the probationary, you could, but
I mean,
But then-
you could set it as okay, for this job, it starts, the minimum is 16 up to 20.
yeah, you can.
And you can do it that way and increase per year if you would want to.
For every new employee.
Because you could do base pay, I know at the school corporation, we did like a base pay, and then for years of,
Service.
it added on more, so you had a base, and then,
And you would have the same schedule for each department. Well, I mean, we look like the auditor, these things, the treasurer and recorder for those,
the hourly rate
No,
or
for
the
that.
time,
that,
higher time.
that position, like the first deputy or whatever.
Seeing,
I mean, they vary.
See,
They
how would you
vary.
do
Each
that?
office is different.
you'd have to do each office different, because you don't have that.
I mean, right now you're that way, aren't you? You're not,
My office's pay is higher.
but the other three are closer to the same or whatever, or that, whatever it is. So, well, you just, each one would have your own.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's fair that you have someone come in that
No,
makes the same as someone who's been there 10 years.
You can have.
and I was just trying to do this instead of it being added on as, in their hourly rate, and extra whatever per hour, where if you quit in May, you don't get it till December, so you would have had to work January through November to get it. So if you're in 2025, you're going to get your 15th year in, then if you work January through November, you get a stipend Christmas bonus of $1,500 with taxes, of course, taken out of it, in December. But if you quit in May, you don't get it. That's what I was looking at, because that was actually an idea that Kelly had mentioned last year. Instead of doing the extra divided between your pay, and I thought that was a good idea, because then you get rewarded once you meet that. You might meet your 15th year in May, but it's just whatever.
Yeah, just whenever
Yeah,
you leave.
because we can't do it like on everybody's anniversary day, because that's just way too much to keep track of manually. So, I mean, that was just an idea. I mean, you guys don't have to do it, but I mean, that's just an idea. A lot of employees do a longevity pay, and, or you might want to look at redoing everything to where there's a base pay, and, which is gonna take a lot of time and money to figure that out.
So how many county employees are there total?
What I missed?
We were just talking about longevity and, when you have a new employee coming in, starting at a lesser amount than.
Yeah.
That position, that once someone's been there for 10 years.
And this was strictly full-time.
Yep.
Didn't count part-time people, this total.
How many? How many?
100, well, let me see. We have 150 total. We have, let me go in here.
Full and part-time.
Full-time, we have 97. We have 150 total, but 97 are full-time.
Have any part-time?
Well, they're kind of a sporadic part-time, not a
There's a lot of
permanent, yeah. Like
The
at the
sheriff's office.
So your longevity is not calculated on a part-time,
Longevity is strictly full-time
Full-time.
employees.
which makes sense. Plus, I think.
Well, sure.
I don't know if you were here, Kelly, but were you here when they quoted the amount of
Kelly got the
longevity pay?
No, what?
It's 103,600. I think that's what Kelly said.
Longevity.
You could pay that as a stipend if you're opposed to the longevity.
Yeah, I don't,
What?
I said
That way
you
if
could
you don't
pay it as a
have it every
stipend
year,
if you're
you
opposed to the longevity.
That's, yeah, I could.
I don't like to tie something up year after year after year for other boards to come and have to fund something. If we got money left over, I have no problem
That way
giving
you're rewarding your
stipend at the end of the year.
long-term, or I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, if you put it as a stipend, yeah, then it's questionable each year.
Like a Christmas
It's not
bonus or something
not
for everybody, everybody gets the
Just in case you
same.
don't have it.
And you can look at it in the future and as things change, you could maybe at some point it would become longevity, I don't know.
Or your other option is to just divide it out. What you have.
Yeah.
I mean, for a stipend.
Yeah.
Or however you want. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
giving you another option.
Well, like I said, I'm not for something.
Oh, you
that's
mean
gonna
based
be
on-
carried
Like,
over.
here's the amount we want to spend. Here's how many employees there are full-time. Here's your stipend. I don't
Like a
know.
stipend, you don't be paying it to full-time probably, or would you do
I
part-time
mean,
something too?
all that is up for discussion. I mean, that's.
It'd be hard, it'd be hard to differentiate between part-time, because we have so many part-time people that work.
Do you do permanent part-time?
Yes.
Part-time,
Part-time, because we have, you'll have to be more descriptive
So
in
you
your
mean-
part-time, because we have several jail
So it could
officers
just be
and
full-time.
police and sheriff deputies.
I would say full-time, anybody over 35 hours that works a week. That's what they're working. Is
You
that
said
what
how
they're
many?
working, the
97?
35?
97.
That's full-time.
How
When
many you
they're,
said? 35.
I think that's how many hours we have.
Yeah.
when they're on file as full-time, then that's classified. as full-time. So
I got a
Did
question
Did
on
anybody
that.
take from 219, 222? Did anybody take anything?
Nope.
Okay.
But I got a question on that. Talking about full-time, part-time employees. Now, the part-time like at the part-time deputies, are they classified as salary employees or are they getting paid by the hour?
Part-time, they're getting paid by the hour, but we have
I've
tons
never
of,
seen how,
They're part,
but my deputies, you're telling me are part-time, but they're salary employees.
they're like us, part-time.
However,
Is that right?
however, the state,
Don't break it down by the hour.
the state dictates what's
so are the
full-time,
commissioners
you
and
know,
council.
according
Right,
to the hours you work,
Yeah, survey and corner.
and what's in our
That's right.
system. If our system says they're full-time, then they're full-time. If they're part-time, they're part-time.
On my,
Eligible to receive
on
benefits
my,
and all that stuff. Full-time, right?
as when I turn it in each year in the budget, when I asked stuff, they said, well, you're salary employees, you don't get paid by the hour, you get paid a salary. So now that's breaking it down. What are they?
Yeah, but you're not full-time.
No,
Well, if you want me to start putting down the hours that they're working.
I'm just
now they
saying,
are
according to
full-time.
the state,
When they're
and what's
working
been
24-hour
passed down.
shifts, they're full-time.
But isn't that just on call? Or-
yeah.
Yeah, but they're still
Yeah.
working, no more than like a county deputy. County deputy can be on call for his 12-hour shift and never take a call, but he's still getting paid full-time. And he doesn't
Well, I
take a call.
get messages all the time, but I don't know. So that 97 is 35 hours a week
Plus.
plus eligible to receive
So if you
insurance
count just
benefits.
the salaried employees.
Okay, I guess the first question is there anything that needs to come off of this 219, 222 that anybody thinks is missing in here? That you'd like, that we removed, you wanna put back, that we didn't fund enough, that you wanna add to? I mean, I just wanna know,
Off the top of my
At
head.
this point,
cause all of that matters.
Piece happy.
There's no reason to go back and then go back and then go back.
No,
probably not.
We need to get all that out.
this is what we have left over.
Okay,
The two,
okay,
As far as I'm
219,
concerned.
222.
222.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything anybody thought needed to be
And I
different.
think we don't make this determination until maybe the fourth quarter of next year, you know?
We have to do
We're
this
talking
now.
about budget now. We're talking about budget right now.
What do you
Okay.
mean? What do you mean?
Oh, okay, you're talking about the budget, I'm
Oh,
talking about
sorry.
the stipend.
Well, we're talking stipend too.
We're not,
You have to budget for it.
Even though it's paid in the last quarter of 25, we still have to budget for today.
we can make an additional
Understand.
appropriation out of the county general, can't we, for that, if we got money left over?
I mean, you can.
I mean,
You can do that at any
have to
time.
budget for
Really.
it right
Yeah.
now.
That'll be a big deal.
Right.
We wait till the end and see if we don't have any,
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're
anything
saying to
that
make
comes
sure.
up,
Okay,
emergency or whatever we have to do.
I see what you're saying. Can you do that? Want that unappropriated? Just be there?
Do whatever you want.
Have we ever done that? I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's allowed. To just allow
Don't
that.
they look at some, if you don't,
Did you
I'm
claim
trying to
your-
remember, like if you. I mean, that lowers your budget for this year.
Yeah.
Next year, you'll only be able to increase it so much.
Yes, that's what it is. I knew that it's gonna affect, yeah. I was
So
thinking
you're gonna lose.
you're gonna lose that next year.
You want to try to get as close as you can.
Yes, you need to
Yes.
have, yes,
Do that.
because
Not
if not,
have
you're
to.
only gonna be able to raise
I
so
see.
much, yeah.
Next year, it's gonna affect you, so that's fine.
So if you went with
Well,
salary.
we can,
$200
if that's the case, we can go ahead and budget for it, but I would just, in
What did
case
that-
we have an emergency, we
You
might
did that
need money.
103, whatever it was, then we have to have retirement on that and social security, right?
Mhm.
What is it? What would that come?
And then that
have- yeah,
increases
we'll
every
have
year.
to go
That's like a
through.
for sure.
Cause see,
Huh?
That increases every year.
I
That
guess you got your grand
every
total.
year
it'll
it'll be
take you
higher
to 7.65.
because that will never stop. That will be recurring.
Not for paying as a stipend, it wouldn't.
Oh, as a stipend. I thought you said
Do we pay
longevity.
it at,
You can do
No,
it as a
no.
stipend,
We're
yeah.
talking stipend.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
we're paying a longevity, you can label
A
a
longevity
longevity stipend.
Okay, I was thinking
I
if he
was
was doing
I
recurring, we
changed
need.
the longevity to a stipend.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
Where it says longevity stipend.
Okay, that makes
That's
sense.
what we were looking at. You doing to the best.
I was doing it,
Well, and I don't care what you
You solved
call
all
it,
the
I just don't want it to
problems.
carry over year after
Okay.
year.
so a stipend wouldn't do that. It would be if it's there, you can do it. If it's not, you
Then the next
don't.
year you could do it again,
Or you could, if you don't have the money, you could do half, or you don't have to do any, or you could do more.
a bigger raise
Or,
or
right.
whatever. I don't know. And I don't know how you address Warren's concerns.
Social Security, you would add 7926. Yep, and retirement would add 11604 for a total of 123,130.
There's different ways of doing it. A stipend, a longevity stipend, or a set amount for all full-time, or,
Now you can do that too.
you could just take that amount and divide it by your 97 employees. I'm just saying, whatever
You're taking
amount
that
you want.
the 220, is that what you're talking about?
219, 222, I'm just
How
saying,
many
you
we
don't
have?
have to use that, but you can.
How many did we have? 97?
You could take part of it if you wanted to do
Let's just
part-time to
do
get
200.
something. There's options, there's lots of options. You could,
Let's see, 200. I'm telling my eyes.
if there was something you
Now,
could.
how much is that? I don't have I'm not doing that work, and I don't have my computer, but,
I am not struggling.
is there enough?
Not Stan's phone.
Huh?
He said, use your phone. I said, not your phone. You just have a smartphone.
I don't do things on it. I got my Excel spreadsheets.
Well, you have to do taxes and
What? You just back it out.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
yeah,
You just back it out.
yeah,
What?
2,000.
200 apiece.
It's probably not
Are you
fair.
talking about a particular amount, or what? You just take
She
it?
just wanted to take, I took 200,000 and divided it by 97. And that gives you basically $2,061.
At the end of the year for everybody?
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a bit.
That's a little higher.
I would like,
I mean,
maybe we
But that'd be
could go back, we could go down and give the part-timers half
What's the difference?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
of what the full-timers are getting,
That's right.
If
you know?
go down
Dave, I think the cost of living.
50,
You hear that?
1,500.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not doing the
I'm listening to
calculations,
you.
but give the,
It'd be too much.
part-timers half of what the, full-timers are getting. How would that work out with that?
I don't know how many we have.
100,000.
We'd be over budget.
97 full-time.
Could be longevity too.
And how many are
It
considered
could be
part-time?
longevity
40?
too,
3?
because that's how 400,000.
Yeah, it is.
Depends on what you want to classify as part-time.
And then 2% would
See,
be.
that's the problem,
That's
Stan.
the thing you get into with part-time is,
Mhm.
yeah,
There's a lot of
there's a lot of
classifications.
classifications.
Somebody might be part-time that works one day in the year.
Right.
They're
Well,
still
that's
part-time, but they
an
work
art.
one shift.
If they have worked over 20 hours a week, or calculate out to the year, if the sum of all that, I don't know.
And some people don't figure their hours.
Surely we can find out how to classify it. Because I wouldn't want to be giving someone that's only working 10 hours this year and give them a Christmas bonus, that doesn't make sense. I want
That's the problem.
they would have to work over a certain amount in the year,
Some people don't count hours though like that.
Right.
What's that?
Like us, we don't count hours.
No.
I don't want anything, okay, just to stick that out
No,
there.
that doesn't
I want
count.
0.
That doesn't count the
I don't want
elected
to choose that.
officials. That's the,
Do you have a classification like, or can you
you
classify?
gotta stipulate that too, because
Full-time, part-time.
the elected officials, I don't want a
I
Christmas
mean, can
bonus.
you identify those?
She has it. She's
Full-time, part-time?
full-time is 97.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Can you?
I know that.
Part-time,
I was
yeah.
asking what the part-time people that we have that
Break
are
down
full-time, part-time.
There's 53
What's
part-time.
that?
But they're not all full-time,
Oh,
is what I say.
What that means.
I don't know how you can do the part-time.
Does that not make sense, or
Huh?
does that make sense? This,
It's
we're
just
over
hard.
a certain hours, amount
It's
of hours?
It's hard, cause
If you're got this amount,
Now, wait a minute. There are some things like, if we do that, weren't there certain things like SAPs could take care of those employees potentially for their, or would you not do that?
this is something we need to think out a lot better than, just right here discussing it, because there's a lot of,
This is the last day you have to set for the budget. This is it, unless you go on some other time. Unfortunately, salaries is part of the budget.
yeah.
How long do we have to, I mean, I don't want to do another day, that's all I'm saying, but if it took another meeting, could we do that even? And say, think about that and come back and
you have
do a 48-hour thing, and let's really
I know,
just get some different options, and I might have to have some information.
We want to be fair, that's the thing, I want to be fair.
I'd like to see the people that are salaried, like Warren was saying about, if you're giving up full-time, to be on call, you're still giving up your time. For those people to be considered for a stipend for whatever full-time employees are getting.
How many do we have like that?
And how do you determine that?
that's what I say, how do you determine that?
Warren, how many on your staff would that entail? 5.
But that's just Warren.
Yeah,
Is
there's
there
a lot of
others out
other,
there?
But like I
So
said,
there has to be
And I
a
think arguments would
criteria,
be
if you're gonna
made
do
for
something, you gotta have a criteria.
about salary.
It's so hard
Maybe
because
Salary would be elected officials.
That's the problem.
Well, you got
I mean,
to include them all.
Part-time's part-time. Whether you work one or you work the full-time, part-time. I mean, it's still part-time.
I know, that's,
One year we did give a stipend, I think we
What-
did give it to full and part-time, but it was a lesser amount we
Different.
gave to the part-time.
you could do that.
And you just did all part-time, no
Yeah,
matter what.
yeah.
Whether they worked one day for the year or
But
not.
then he said his part-time people are full-time. So I
What
told
would it be, okay, here's another thing, what would it be instead of 5%,
Which I don't
give
think they are.
everybody 3%
Sorry.
across the board?
Say that again?
Instead of,
I like to give the volunteer part.
5% was built into this.
Some of,
What if, see, I
you know,
don't have a
not.
calculator or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
what if we,
we
maybe
do that?
give a 3% across the board?
They can figure it for you.
That would be,
Be above or.
I'm sure it's gonna be
fire
above the
department,
320 though.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
maybe
don't know how
10%.
close, eating into that 200,000.
David, do you remember, I've had too many numbers, what was the full 5%? Wasn't it like 320,
I think something like that.
320 something?
So.
So if you,
Did that include,
2.5%, I mean,
that included the,
that
retirement
included the
is still
retirement
included.
too, so
include it?
we might be, yeah, I mean,
might
so
be
you
able
might
to
be
do
able to do the
something like
3.
It sounds like it might be close to the 200,000.
We can put it in.
Well,
You know,
then you're
and put it
taking out
in and
the
see.
He's saying you
longevity,
can set
because
your
that longevity was like
longevity
100
just to
something in
3%.
there.
Or start at the 3%, if it's too much over,
And
then
you drop down to 2.
drop
2.5.
down 2.5.
You want us to work on that real quick? I mean,
Why don't you just do 1% and then?
We gotta do something.
No,
Won't that just, okay,
Just recalculate social security.
why can't you put you 1%?
That's what I'm saying, and then
times
just, and then, can't you do that? Why can't you do that?
What's
Well,
that?
if
Does
you
that
did
not work out
one,
like
then
that?
you'd- Well,
You can't do one and then say, okay, what if it's 2?
Well, you could
Double
also,
it.
you
one
could
is
also
3.
take
Is
3
that
and
not
divide
right?
it by,
Yeah, we'll just do it that way.
Well, here, why don't you
Take
do
the
this?
5
Take the 5 and
and
divide it by half and know you got 2.5.
that's 2.5.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be easier because we really won't have to do any math. You just go to that first thing.
Try that.
Was 5%.
That's a great
I
idea.
think it was like 300.
Got a headache.
Did you have the
So take
spreadsheet
out
for
that.
I
that?
didn't mean do 1 and
Huh?
then 2
Did you
to
have the
do 3.
spreadsheet
I meant,
for the
if it's 1, we'll just
Yeah.
take it times 3. I don't know if that works out like
I
that,
don't
but
know.
That puts you in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we could do
we would
is
at least
take,
have an idea.
I'm just saying,
Figure it
take
in
our,
your head.
the original budget, you know, take those original amounts, move them to our proposed line, and it should give us
Or just change your 5 to 2.5.
Just
Yeah.
cut it in half.
I mean, her formula, she's got.
I don't have, I only have a formula.
So you don't have a.
Oh, you
Why
don't?
don't you just cut it
for
in half?
salary?
That,
You should
I
just
think
cut,
it, I think it's close.
No,
yeah, it will
If
be.
it's 5 and you want 2.5,
Yeah.
is it not because the percentage? I mean,
Unless the percentage,
let's do one.
unless it.
Let's just do
doesn't.
one and see.
let's see what I can do. And then this.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Your job is done.
I don't think so.
Let me just put that in more on the line.
Thirsty.
There's a water in there, something you want, you get it. You want a soda
The
or
thing
water?
is, the thing is,
Yeah, yeah, what you, the Pepsi stuff, I think,
It doesn't matter.
Diet Coke or regular or what?
Diet Coke, yes.
He said I could get it, by the way.
Yeah.
What's that with your impression? Oh, that's silly.
it's almost about the same thing as stipend, you know? If you think about it, it's almost like the stipend, though, because it carries over year after year after year, once we get it raised. And so, and that defeats the purpose of the one-time shot.
As you go through the second go by.
They did more than 5%?
Thank you.
Yeah, because it'd be 46,725.
No, because I figured
Well,
all,
we can compare the two and whether we want to give the 2.5 or the,
you've got the 26.5 pay, so you have to take the
Huh?
full
At the
pay.
time,
Take this one.
check
the
the,
time,
Take that, this.
we've got 2 hours.
Right.
To do all this.
If you take that.
So we did this, remember we had the equation.
4:30.
You helped me with the figure out the equation. You're always Marilyn. So we have to take that,
Anything added?
we
to
got,
it?
we have to
we got
convert
3 hours, right?
old rate to 26.5 pays and then get the 5%. So you
Then
can
you're
just,
giving yourself more than 5%.
but that, so just take that amount
Is
and
it
divide it
right?
in half.
No, he can't have this, it's mine, but he can use it. No, I got that for my
Take the
birthday,
original
Well, we got-
amount,
actually.
so elected
We got
officials,
till the 12th,
You have to
It's
give me that too,
50,000.
David.
I know.
5
so we
divided
can,
by,
you know,
wait, no, the raise, so you take
they'll be
50,000.
back from, the AIC after next week, so, then we can do it anytime in that next week as a special
Pay,
session.
Social Security, and taxes on that.
Yep.
See how fast they work.
Hold
It's
out
not-
the
it's not
agenda,
taxed
that's
at a higher-
ARP.
For what?
You know,
Well,
bonuses.
our regular meeting night.
Sometimes they are.
That's all
Oh.
I see is the
But,
ARP.
so 3280 is what I got.
That's all I see right now.
What's that?
That's not right.
On the meeting this evening.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
ARP.
You're not just-
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see anything else.
I want to.
I can,
Just another
It
column
should
above
go pretty
proposed
fast.
budget,
on
just
that.
make a
It's
column,
all,
2.5%.
And do it done
it's all
and put it in.
approved.
Just take the 24,000.
Take that divided by-
That divided by 52 times, take that divided by
Oh, you got
52
to-
times,
I'm just gonna do this.
times 53, and then times 2%.
Approval of minutes. is
Yeah,
like setting yourself
yeah.
up.
Just do this.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Yeah, push.
I printed, that's what I was doing at lunchtime, I was printing out that in the
Did you want
minutes.
something to drink?
You print all the minutes out?
Huh?
You print all the minutes out? Yeah,
So
lots of
take,
lunch.
so take the 24. It's the 24 now.
I did
It's
too.
just 3 days of it.
They're gonna take this, so take your, that, divide it. You have to do something.
That's what I was wondering, can we do that?
Good,
And just
parentheses.
whatever that is. It's not just, it was also,
Divide by 2.
That's good. But I don't know.
somewhere, something else there was
Yeah,
too, wasn't it?
So you're gonna have to have, see, I would do.
Okay, equal.
Okay, I would do this way. Okay, close parentheses, open parentheses, okay. And take that
If we go with a 2.5%.
divided by 52,
Raise.
close parentheses,
2.5 get raised.
times
Well,
53.
paid the stipend.
Which is,
I guess you
And
could.
actually gonna do it double close parentheses, do double there.
And then that way,
Yeah, and do one in front of here too.
the difference is it's not
Do
reoccurring.
another one up here.
It's a one-time, if you have it, you can do it, if you don't, you don't.
Double here.
Yeah, because it's gonna, yeah.
That's an option.
Okay, and then that times.
Yeah.
And do your 2.5%,
2.5%, we'll just do that, see what it does.
If you're going to put the point zero,
Then like
zero, 2.5, no, point, times point.
But it's
zero, zero,
based
2.5.
on your actual salary though.
Yeah.
In calculating it.
Yes, which is,
Not liking it.
See that they're doing that.
So you were figuring the same thing that I was trying to do.
Yeah, but I have to pay those anyway.
I just think
because
it's
you have to
so-
pay Social Security and retirement on it, even if it's
I
a
know, but
stipend.
what they're doing right now is
So you have
it's
two
going into
there.
that salary column, it's not going into the
I
stipend
had two
column.
there and it didn't work.
Yeah, but they're just getting the figure. The figure will be the same.
I know, but you're going to have to back it out, if you get paid as a stipend,
Back it out of what spreadsheet?
out of the
This one
salary. Because it's gonna be in the salary.
This one there.
Are you wanting stipend or are you wanting raise?
See, it's two different things.
Yeah, completely different.
Zero.
Well,
If you're wanting a 2.5% raise, that increases the salary
yeah,
that we're
yeah.
trying to figure
And
now,
it-
right?
Yeah, he just mentioned maybe what if it was a
I would
stipend
just like to see the figures on.
of your
you know,
salary, like a 2.5%, like a
2.5%.
2.5% stipend of the salary.
2.5%.
Whatever your, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
compared
the
to
same thing
two,
though,
the
right?
stipend of,
Kelly, wouldn't it be the same thing? It's just where you wanna get it, like, you want it to be a stipend or you want it to be a 2%? I mean,
Really?
I mean, either you do a stipend straight across the board,
But
the
what
same amount, it's not gonna be the same as a
but
salary.
what
No,
I'm, no,
no,
what
no.
I'm saying is, if he says, if Gail says, I wanna look at it as instead of everybody gets the same, a 2.5% stipend of what you make. But it's a stipend.
It's what
It's
you're,
no different.
it's what you're calculating.
I mean, it is different because it's not reoccurring, but it'll be the same amount, right?
But what-
It's the same thing they're
But
calculating.
what they're doing those
There's
here
25%.
is then you have to subtract that out of there to get that stipend amount. Because what they're doing is gonna be a total into the salary.
And it's just the difference, right?
Then you have to take the difference of the, what you were working with first, with that, and then put that on the line as a stipend.
I
Just
think the
subtracting.
salary increase 2.5 would be more than the stipend.
I know, it's just one more step,
You know?
but it's the same idea.
It is.
It's just whether it's reoccurring or it's not, and it's one more step for them to do.
Well, raises are reoccurring. You get
I know.
here and here. and
That's what I'm
the
telling them.
stipend, yeah. It's a one-time shot. Or the
If you have-
longevity is almost the same thing
But
as
it's
the
reoccurring.
raise.
Divide by 52 and you do times 52.
Then it would go up, or it would go up
I like to
unless you
compare the
have
three
employees
of the
that are
stipend and
long-standing employees
longevity.
that have parentheses.
I like to compare the three of the stipend
I don't
and
think you need that
longevity
first parenthesis.
and then the raise,
You
2.5,
don't need, just need one there.
and see.
Well, we got next year, I guess we can do that.
Two of them are reoccurring every year, year after year, and that's the raises and longevity.
Come on.
What Gail was saying was, like, they're figuring a 2.5% raise.
Yeah.
But he said, what if you just did that 2.5% as a stipend? So you'd have to do another column and subtract what they're doing from what they had. And then that's the
I
stipend,
can't see the screen.
based on 2.5% of their salary.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
That's an option.
yeah, that is an
that's a
option.
lot of work.
That might work.
It's one more step. It's one more subtraction.
It would be a fair way.
It would be,
You have to do equal sum.
because it's based on there, yeah. I mean,
I'll put this behind that one, go to date.
Well, I'm saying this, it wouldn't matter how much you made.
Yeah.
2.5% of 200,000.
Of
Mhm.
that divided by 52.
That's not fair.
Take that answer times 53.
well, I could make an argument the other one.
Just two and a half.
What's that?
I mean,
It's more fair way we're talking about here, because it's based on what their salary is, that they're getting 2.5. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Or if you say 2.5 of 200, it's not fair to those
let's give
people.
everybody the same. I mean, yeah.
Or I don't think it is.
I don't need two there. I don't know what's doing.
Some people think their salary is not fair, so then that's not fair.
That's true too.
Very true.
I mean,
It won't do it.
let's don't get into the not fair way, because there's a lot of
Life,
arguments to
life
be made
is
there.
not fair. I had to go from job to job.
I mean,
to
we
job
do
to
wanna
get my
try to be-
salary up.
I think it's important that we're consistent.
Huh?
Not.
Yeah.
But I still believe that we need to look at do our own wage study or whatever it is, and really take time to dive into
Yeah,
the type of job that it is, the categories that they gave us. You know, even if we don't use those wages, they still broke them down in categories, and we can look at where somebody is on the low end, or maybe they're not even to the low end, maybe somebody's, you know, based on their years of service, we can create something to where they're on a sliding scale for their job duties. Cause we still have some big discrepancies. Some people in the
Oh, I
same,
know we
same
do.
type of jobs
Yeah,
are making this and some are making this.
Yeah.
And it's the same type of job, it's not right.
nobody ever wanted to tackle it.
Well, we need to do that.
I nominate you to do that.
We need to do that.
You and Keith work on it next year.
And I'll let you do the edit modification. I got all the stuff, I'll just give it to you. You can do PowerPoint. Really, we do need to do that though. I mean, if it takes a few work sessions, whatever, that's fine. I mean, we just need to do it
Yeah, I'll
because
hop up again.
I think we
Or
owe it to the employees to be,
Because
we don't wanna have
I just write it out, look at it.
And we
two
doing
people that do very
2.5%.
similar jobs and one here and one way up here. Or
Yeah, that's fine.
We do
I just-
2.5%.
I think we need to have a range, a low, medium, and high based on where you're at in your
Yeah, and then, use that as a
career or
stipend.
your, how long you've been here or whatever, and your skill set, and that's where you fall. So many years, you get, between low to medium, and then medium to,
We're
High
gonna have to
level.
refigure it
First
in.
the
next-
right, we need to work
Yeah,
something
we're
out like
not big
that.
enough for a stipend.
Huh?
Good Lord.
Because they already, Wagner, Shealy, Irwin,
Shoulda, they didn't.
Wagner, or when
whatever she said,
WIS.
WIS,
Oh, with.
the whizzes. They already put that together, it was already paid to do that. They already have those categories, and they took the job descriptions and they looked and said, these people are very similar in their job duties or the type of work that they do. And so,
Make this easier, we have to have
well, to me, that's more fair to get people in their ranges where they should be. And then once everybody's in those ranges, then we can,
And that's what they did last year, Kelly, we're
What?
talking about using those reports from, and try to get
That's
the
what-
wages all
That's
correct.
what all the departments
well,
did.
not up to, I mean, we can't do it all in 1 year, but we definitely need to, I
That's what we
still,
looked at last year was actual, and the medium.
yeah, and I still think there needs to be a range for each of those, each of those categories. Low, well, then maybe we'll bring you in and you can,
We
Oh,
did it last
we
year.
did it all
We
last
year. The
Yeah,
whole salary and showed every
we had
department.
everything.
Yeah, every,
but it was still different. It was still
it showed what they made.
based on those categories from the.
But what it
Wagner
was is it was bringing everybody different raises because everybody was at different things and bringing them like that.
Shield. We need to look at that next year,
Or minutes.
into this year. I don't care. Maybe I'll just work with you on it.
We can do it again.
And we can present it on a PowerPoint with an attorney.
you know, that.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever else I need to do.
Pretty much.
I'm teasing Stan, he's not listening.
What's that? I'm looking at.
I
the
said I'll
minutes.
work with her on that
Okay.
wage thing next year and then, or whenever, maybe before the end of the year. And then I'll do a PowerPoint, bring an attorney.
You better be pretty.
And outside.
I don't,
Outside
I won't
attorney.
look at anything, it's not pretty, PowerPoints.
It's going to 1191.
I know, I don't know what's doing that.
Any
You
other
don't have a
requests?
pie, you don't have a
I need
pie?
to write down
Pretty,
graphs.
pretty graphs.
Okay, so
I'm
I got
teasing you.
that, so it's gotta be.
53.
You quit teasing me.
Just give me your request list. I'll make sure I have them on that. I'll go back to this one.
Cause then you've got to add those two together.
See, Kelly, this is all done as a
Oh,
part.
it's getting the amount.
It's getting the amount of the raise, cause the 1191 is 2.5%. So,
And then take that.
I have it, I have that.
You who did that?
plus.
Little Luke.
Luke,
So
I mean, I can do that,
Different
but
column in there. We're gonna have to do
you're
a
saying
different
that
column in there.
interlocal agreement's not a binding?
yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, it just, I think it, I don't have a copy of it with me, but
So then
And then after you put that.
it continues to.
take the
Right.
line,
That,
the
and then take
2024.
that plus that column, and put it in 46.75.
6,000.
Is that it? Does it have actual amounts? No, I don't know if it does.
They're really.
I don't really, I feel like it doesn't have
Really
amounts,
good
that's
at
the
it.
problem. It was just like, that was the framework,
Even so, it's making a real
that
difference.
PowerPoint,
It doesn't have balance.
and it doesn't have, it just says, you know,
This is going to be
But the very big fault
Big
on this
difference.
one.
That's why we use the raises.
some of this.
yeah. it doesn't have that.
I don't, yeah, I
What,
don't
the
mind
reading
the
by
stipend
others?
because it's a one-time shot.
Right.
It doesn't carry over and put a burden on other,
Right, so now, we're gonna do this.
council
Do
people in the future.
this, Control C, Control V.
Oh.
Okay,
In the
right?
Jeopardy.
Are there any percentages or anything?
No.
Not in that, because the framework was done in the,
Because I was like,
a
that's the
spreadsheet
amount
and
of
a
raise.
PowerPoint.
Control.
But all that was recorded, all that's on.
So that was security, so I take care of clerk, where are you at? You just doing it by hand?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, well,
So what do you got for clerk?
I feel like we
I've
need
got-
to take it.
'cause a lot of those will transfer over.
Properly,
Get something
Uh,
to pull
you know,
David, are we
Can't
saying
mess
that
it
we're just gonna give them the same
No.
flash test?
I
Is
don't
that
care
what
if
this
that's
what he wrote.
what you do right now.
well,
Are we switching over?
when you have a board,
Are you,
it's
no, I want you to, do
hard
that. I'm
to
just thinking of something else. I'm asking him about this question.
properly, I think,
Well, actually,
you know, that you
Huh?
just, you have to trust the person that's working there
Who
as your
said they're gonna pay zero?
director or whatever.
So you said
It's the main-
Oh, for your
I got a
thing?
new way.
For this
Okay,
year.
hold on a
Trust
second.
them. And, you can't have.
Oh, you mean in the one that they want to
Let's do this.
Not in the original
Over 6
proposal.
months.
Because we
No.
did
you know,
this.
And
Do you have that? Can I see the original proposal? You have
So
that?
here's my whole
I have
line.
You have
the
a
proposal.
I mean, I have it at home, but I want to see
it's
it.
trash pickup, we're paying for stuff we never even supposed to be paying, you know?
I mean, it didn't change a lot. It's towards the
And I don't know if the county can run it correctly or not.
I'm so confused, I'm lost.
Here's your PowerPoint.
Here's what I'm thinking.
You want one like this?
This.
This is what we did.
I want some more color to it, more charts and stuff, Kelly,
Okay,
if
graph.
you don't mind, please.
Percent, right? And then you divide it.
You want more pictures?
Yeah, pictures. Picture says
Put a
1,000.
lot of smiley faces in it.
One picture says 1,000 words.
I'll try to find the perfect one.
I thought we had that with that. That's the amount of the raise. But that's not what you want. Then I added that and that, I got
That's a
that.
good option.
46725.
And
Can you remain in?
I took this for 26 and a half. That's what you said. For the 26 and a half. Okay. And then I can take that, yep.
How are you on?
We don't have remain, we don't have funds left over. We don't ever have funds, no funds left
This
over.
wasn't right.
Or we do in that 90-10.
There's gotta be a way to do this.
Oh, that's what it, never mind, that is the 90-10. Okay. I was thinking that was meaning us, if there's leftover, there'll never be leftover.
No, it's only under. I mean, what's
And they
the
added
more?
the current county received distribution from Troy. Change rates. Safety is adopted by council, raised to 0.25, rate and proportional. Supplemental.
What's going on?
This changed. Hey, David. This changed. That's not there anymore. So how do we get it? What? This isn't here. So what changed here?
Well, now this is, that's gone,
Yeah,
that's gone.
I know, but, oh, because we lowered it, okay.
But the new,
Do you know what they are?
probably I thought that one out. But this,
I can look it up. I can, 5.5? Why'd you rate that?
we did it for the, long-term building. Yeah.
125, and I thought you were gonna get more.
It's not added
Okay, I'll look it up. I don't mean to write on your paper. This is your original PowerPoint.
Should we put plus
I got saved on my computer
times?
somewhere.
I'll look up the others.
Because it's only giving you
Because
the,
it's 1.4. It's 1.4.
Oh, maybe I'll get it.
No, it's okay. I can get it on the website pretty quick.
David, do you have your agenda for tonight?
Mhm.
Okay,
It's in the top, of it.
you don't have to go home and get it?
You got those minutes?
because it would
Yeah.
take that
All
column.
of them?
Yep.
I don't.
There's like,
Three of them.
there's more than three.
No,
Yes, there is. You didn't get the last email.
1, 2,
I
3.
I didn't know.
Nope, there's
5.
5 more on the second one.
Oh,
When did
No.
you send it?
The 8th, 11th, 12th,
No, I can't.
What else was there?
Well, you better get to reading, girl.
No.
I want to get them all done.
9th, 11th,
Did you just
12th.
get it?
Like the minutes.
And,
Five, you said 5 more?
I didn't look
Or
at
you
it.
weren't-
yet.
Oh, they're small.
You know,
Yeah, we're down.
on the
Yeah,
minutes,
second
just a
time
summary
I
of
have to
what was
abstain.
discussed and
Page
maybe
29
a couple
was
of
10
them are.
pages.
Yeah, but the
That was that 3 hour
official
meeting.
minutes
And
would
then
be
you
the
had the
audio
9.5
recording, the official minutes
PSAT,
would be.
9.9.
Yes,
I mean, I'm thinking that, yeah, everything,
yeah,
whereas the minutes are just a summary of what,
Yeah.
you can't really write down everything.
That was for,
you're talking
I'm
about
sorry.
the budget.
Is all I
People
asked.
came in with
Well,
their,
it was- yeah.
Oh,
I need to read that.
Or just in any meeting in general,
We have
because
done
they're all
right
streamed now,
now.
they're all recorded, so that would be the official
My brain.
minutes of the meeting.
well, she writes down quite a
She
bit.
does.
Hey, I haven't had a chance to read those, that 10 pages one.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, there is. Do we have to do them all tonight?
No, I put that in.
You don't-
So
I wanna make, I mean, she spent a lot of time on it, so I wanna read it and
I
make sure
would
it's.
have to.
She said she sent them on Tuesday, but I didn't. I really honestly haven't paid too much attention
I'd
since
say
we got this going on.
It was 48 hours before our meeting. They were saying.
I'm
They
not
just
saying,
went-
I'm not saying she didn't do it right, I'm just saying I haven't had a chance with
They
the
just
budget
went-
sessions to
They
really
just
go
went on
through
the
them, and I wanna make
first,
sure that
agenda.
not that I'm questioning you, because I believe whatever you put in there, I think you do a good job. I just don't like approving anything I don't read, if I don't read it. I won't do it, actually.
they're short. You can read them.
10 pages, not
Not the
short?
10-page.
Not the 10-page one, you already had the 10-page one.
Okay, last Friday,
Oh, yeah, she
Chris,
did already have that.
You already had that one. The only ones you have are the department head meetings and the public hearing.
July 25th, August 6th,
I like-
August 29th.
Short,
But I thought
short.
she sent some,
Yeah, it just says.
Well, no, you had the,
yeah, I've got 3,
they're not all short.
25,
No,
6,
that's
and
829 's
29.
long.
829's long one.
But I never did
Yeah.
see the
There was like
agenda
never
that had
any.
2
August
more on
6th.
it.
Is that the 10 page?
I think that one's been
I didn't read
What am I
that.
doing? Yeah.
I would remember.
Okay,
if I
here's
read
the
10 pages
minutes
worth
of
of minutes.
9/5, the joint council of the city,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
9/9, 9/11,
You have
9/12.
to go back and listen to the
I
whole
like to
thing.
copy
Yeah,
that,
two
right?
sets of
Because
them.
I've got that there. So
Now, 919 has that.
Right.
That was
I
the,
don't watch them
she
on
put the
there.
agenda on
and then
there.
go back.
That's
what they
the
not.
agenda.
I'd rather watch it.
We got minutes from 9/5, 9/9,
Because I
9/11,
don't do
9/12.
part-time.
Plus,
plus
uh,
August 29th,
yeah,
Yeah.
July 25th,
There's a lot of back and forth.
August 6th.
is there a time frame you have to
So I'm
do?
gonna copy all this.
Just pass on it.
I'm a lord, I'm
You're
a
supposed,
lord.
you're supposed to do it pretty
I
quick,
know.
Right.
but it's
Lord
not.
almighty.
But that wouldn't the official minutes be the recording? I mean,
Yeah.
the minutes,
You do
the
have to
summary,
keep them though.
what?
I mean,
You just keep a hard copy or something?
Yeah, they asked for that, so it counts.
you have to have it. And there's certain specific things that have to be in
You
it.
have to abstain from September, I haven't read it.
I'm very happy with our minutes,
Or we just wait
because she does a really good
for the
job.
next week's time.
Because if, I'm serious, I used to get real frustrated because there was no recording, and then I felt like they were both vague, and I'm not saying, no disrespect, no, before.
I don't know how they can do it without recording.
Well, that's part of the problem, why they were vague, I think, because you could only hit highlights,
Yeah,
unless you had like
it's a big difference.
some kind of recording, a voice recording app or something. Because they didn't record them, so, not the video anyway.
They voice record.
They did, they actually did.
I think so.
They did voice recording.
Before we had the live streaming,
Yeah,
She
before the
recorded
live
some.
stream.
I think they did. They had a recorder.
Yeah,
Actually, they say now we should record it, but you can't rely on that. It's what the state board council said.
Like a voice recording. But they're the ones that's gonna make you record them next year, like video. July, right?
July 1st, I think so.
It's all committees and boards and all that kind of stuff. We probably need to send notifications all beginning of the year, all those appointments and stuff, send them to the boards, it's kind of notification that you're gonna have to get on the schedule here. Or here or there.
We got a lot of them that are recurring that they do that. We know.
Oh, you already know, okay.
It's just like special order for special meetings or.
But not all of them do. Not all the boards are recording.
No.
You know when their meetings are, but they're not.
If they tell us that, like we don't. Well, they call reserve the room, so they should to reserve the room.
Trying to get to the.
My neck's hurting. Tax.
We got 283.
Another.
340, which is higher. Sorry. Mindy, did you ever hire somebody for your office?
Yes.
What?
That's okay. I just wondered if you ever hired somebody for your open position.
Yeah, she'd been there a month.
Are we gonna do that? Are we supposed to do solid waste too, or leave them at what? Because we don't have the budget, we don't need
No,
to do solid
Just
waste, right?
leave that alone.
We gotta figure that out.
Yeah, that's why we haven't even, yeah, have any figures.
340.
We're ahead of schedule. Sorry, excuse me. David, based on this, we're ahead of schedule. We're actually ahead. Yes, yes, right. Oh. It's still, we're still ahead.
Oh, yeah.
283. This is a little less, right? Okay, whatever.
Because we,
340, that's way more than that.
oh, yes.
So we're still ahead of where we should be.
I know.
It's
That's what,
just this is not our fault.
that's what I told him. The meeting, and then this,
We can't, we have that.
yeah, that's
We
in
can't
there.
help this. Wasn't this part of the interlocal agreement when they signed it?
Mhm.
But they said they're not doing it?
I don't know what happened here this year, they were
They're not doing
taking
it?
those, some of those, or whatever on that one sheet.
But that's, we are actually doing exactly what we said,
Mhm.
actually more.
Yeah, I told him we were ahead of the game. Even taking it fully funded it. Just thought we were working
We're
toward.
ahead of the schedule that was agreed upon.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I
I
feel
feel like
better.
we are.
It shows we are.
I said that the other day
Sorry, I didn't make that.
with Chris and,
Fine.
Connie.
It's the truth. It is it.
Yeah, we don't have that.
I mean, it's a good faith effort to continue to try to go on the plan to take it
I thought we
completely
were
on.
doing-
And that was agreed upon by the same.
And all of a sudden we were hit with a 300.
I was thinking for some reason we were off, but no, we're ahead.
No,
Okay. Then,
So that'll make it. So,
David, if, I know like volunteer fire departments are outside of our budget and all that, but if the county wanted to give a stipend or something to them for equipment or whatever, could we do that?
Fire departments, it should come from their township.
I know, but they don't have enough, that's the problem. I mean, I'm wondering if that's ineligible, like, could we do that if we wanted to? Of some
They're
sort?
in your county, so I wouldn't see why not.
You said there was money at one time on the ARP money for fire departments. They did.
There's some that.
There's some that apply, but not all of them apply. But I don't think it's for lack of not needing it. I think they maybe they didn't know or didn't have someone to apply or,
That's what I think
this,
about wrong.
this 2.5 is gonna be.
yeah.
way
And
down
Anderson
here.
didn't.
And
Well,
the
the big money comes back.
I don't know.
More.
No, it's all,
Increasing the whole
well,
No, that's not.
commission, it's already been passed by the commissioners and
I
it's
think
coming to us
it's gonna
tonight
be like
to
168
use the rest for solid waste.
or something like that.
I mean, if you guys want to do the
Everything comes back.
stipend, I'll do
Anything
a
that comes
flat
back,
stipend.
So, but it doesn't mean that we
Yeah,
can't
across.
sometime look at that or
Or
meet
just do
with
the
them and say,
2.5%. I
Look
mean,
what
they
we're
do
trying
across,
to
you know,
do.
the volunteer fire departments.
Do what?
they're struggling.
I said, or do a 2.5% raise. The prosecutors did get a 5% raise.
And,
Probation.
Probation,
what happened?
this stipend is gonna,
So if we were doing something like that, we would be excluding them, I guess.
they got 5.
Yeah.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you did a stipend.
If you did a stipend, it's gonna be,
What
wrong
we're
with the
thinking
stipend?
about is taking all the annual salaries, take that
And I
down
was
to
just thinking maybe we
2.5,
could meet with them.
and that would be
They struggle and, you know, I want them to still do their chicken dinners and
One-time
volunteer
shot,
things,
right.
but I think they have needs.
you know what I'm saying?
They're doing everything.
so instead of
Doing
doing
that's
this,
different.
That would be fair
You know,
across the
it'll be
board.
like out of Walmart.
And not a lot.
Even for the
They are,
clerk.
they
I'm
really try.
doing a 2.5 column,
Really
she's
try.
not.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. I've got in Excel
That's very
here, I've got the
important, you know.
2.5.
percent
We can
on
get the
each
township
one.
trustees, if we would put in so much, they would match and put in so much or something.
Oh, so you've
So
got that, yeah.
I've got that in
Isolated.
here because I'm doing
Trying to
it
encourage them to
differently than
help
what
figure
she's
out
doing.
their budget and find something.
But I'm also giving
I
a
don't know, I'm
salary
just thinking
total
about it.
where if
Two
you
of them.
guys did it,
It's very important to
Yeah.
have that,
Yeah,
especially,
that makes sense.
it's important everywhere.
But even, either way, whether you do the stipend or the wage increase, you're gonna be lower than what you need to be anyway.
yes.
That's what David was getting
I
at.
said considerably lower.
Yeah, so I don't know
Than
what
the
you're, before we
219.
go any further, are you wanting to change that? I mean, is there
What
a
is
point
it?
in us doing this if it's not, if you need to increase it or something?
Unless you're planning on using that somewhere
No.
else.
No.
How far are you?
I don't know what you're saying.
The 2.5 is not gonna be enough to use that.
Behind
We
you.
We could put it towards one of these other things, that's, I mean, whatever you want to do.
Let's
We
do
could say,
that.
put it in the popper or put
Let's,
it in
let's do
whatever.
that. We take the
Then you don't
2.5
refigure.
times the annual salary. It shows, what each one would get.
Whatever the
and that would
difference
be
is,
the
we could put it towards one of
stipend
those things like
at
EMS
the
or
end,
popper
and
or,
then what's left over.
you know what I
then
mean,
we
whatever you, those
Maybe
categories.
put it in. one
Okay,
item
so keep
back.
doing what I'm doing.
Under the budget.
Okay,
We don't, we want to leave,
I'm,
leave.
and am I
one corner
supposed to do
without
I'm only
full-time
one
and,
person.
We don't want
am
to
I
leave it,
supposed
we
to
need
do
to put
full-time
it
and
somewhere.
part?
Somewhere.
Huh?
And so
Yes.
if you
Okay,
want to put it
yes.
towards popper or put it towards EMS or
Alright.
put it towards,
I got
That
it.
would be
whatever
more
you,
fair
whatever
across the
cut you
board.
can,
Alright, I'm
We
doing
want
both.
to get
I've been
closer
doing
to the
both.
can of that.
oh, we need
Yeah,
to
you
use
don't
it all.
need
We need to
20,000.
use
Yeah.
You wanna
You're not,
be-
you're not gonna get, then you'll have to increase, because if you do part-time, like in the sheriff and the jail, you're gonna have to figure other people,
You're just doing
Oh,
full-time.
yeah, because I'm
There's
doing
no
two,
way.
yeah, because I'm not doing that, because I'm
You're just
doing
doing
the
it
group.
full-time.
Full-time.
I'm
Paul,
just doing the
If
full-time.
there's, say there's
So you need
20,000 left, we'll
some-
just
yeah,
find an
part-time,
area
you
for
need
it in this
some.
budget because,
Which there should still
I
be.
mean, we
Well,
know
here's
we're
my
gonna
whole
have to
thing.
have additional, or that insurance or whatever.
Okay, let's hear what they got to say,
Sorry.
or options, as far as the 2.5. We're just gonna say full-time then? Okay.
I mean, that's fine for me,
And then just do
I think.
a part-time where we're taking.
Stop it for part-time.
Well, I think, I'm trying to think
You
how
could
I'm
do-
figuring this.
You can do 2.5 on part-time too, but you're,
Huh?
no, that's what I'm saying, we can't figure 2.5 if you're doing full-time, part-time. Full-time, part-time people, you can do that,
right.
but if it's strictly part-time people,
Has a
there's
full-time
no way
part,
to
full-time,
figure.
part-time person there. She's in there.
Right,
or
because
She just doesn't work.
That's
every
not
time.
what they
She-
budget
So
for.
you have to do some
So
sort of
she's there
stipend
every
for
time,
those
but you've
people.
got part-time
If you
jail
want to do, or any,
officers,
or
Right,
nothing.
right.
they just are
Maybe
paid
nothing.
by the hour
That's-
when they come in.
That's,
So it's
Do
not
anything.
as simple as giving them a stipend because, you see what I'm saying?
Do the full-time, see what's left, and then we'll just figure out the rest of that, whether it's a flat whatever, or not doing it at all, or whatever, and then we'll.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Can you just continue on?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm
see what we
good.
have left.
Okay.
Instead of refiguring all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Plus, there's so many classifications of a part-time, like she said.
And where it's, to me, it's like even here in the corner, you can do it, because he's got 5 people. So you can do it there. Where
Right.
you're gonna have the problem is at the jail and all that you're not gonna be able to hit those
But I mean,
part
you can't
times.
hardly do for one and not consider all.
Right.
I don't wanna do that, I don't wanna start,
It would
Picking
be
and choosing
right,
who-
yeah.
I don't like that.
So I don't do anything on the corner right
So
now.
it pays to be a full-time person here.
We'll discuss the remaining
Okay.
amount and then see what I want to do with that. There'll be some left.
Right.
And
And then-
2.5 on probation officer. Or not,
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I'm just checking.
We've already, because they've got the 5 from the state, so they're gonna
We
get
don't
7.5.
set that. If they put them at 100,000, there's nothing we can do, and I don't think we should, they're still a county employee.
I don't
That's how I feel.
disagree.
That's how I feel.
Fine.
I mean, I'm just one.
Yeah, and this is the one-time stipend for
On the
everybody.
reverse, what are you gonna do when they get 3% and then we don't? Like now,
3%.
like they got 5%. When we base our request off of what they get by the state. And now this year, they got the 5 and we made,
I can't
only
control
get
the
2.5.
what they do.
Right,
They
that's-
make us
that's
pay the
what I'm-
minimum.
that's
you
what
know.
I'm asking the
Correct, so
reverse
they're
side.
getting 2.5. They're getting
Well-
2.5.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's up to you
Yeah,
guys.
it's up
I'm
to you
just putting
guys.
it both
I'm just
ways
saying
out there
that-
for you.
Last year,
I know, I knew something, and I was against all of that.
and I'm not taking
Not
not
because I'm
last year,
against
and
it,
I know
because
I'm gonna
I'm
create enemies on this, but that's just the way it is.
Technically,
But
they
there's
should have
years
got it, I think.
before, that county employees didn't get anything.
But we don't control the state.
Didn't we used to, when we
We
made,
have to.
That's why I think it's better for you guys to be on that same level as the state. I mean, if they're giving 5%, see if you guys can give the 5%, take the longevity out. Because it creates hostility, guys, it really does.
And if the
But we
county
don't-
gets, if the county gets more one year than what the state, if you guys do more than the state, then buck them up to equal to what the county has.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
mean,
what if,
both ways.
what if the state gives 10%, we can't do it? Then what?
I mean, you have to
We have
give them the 10%.
We do, but we can't do it for everybody.
I know, it's a tough
It's
situation.
bad.
I understand,
I
yeah,
get it.
but the other end too.
You just have to look at me.
We'll deal with this and that. I really do want to work with you if you want to. We'll bring Stan in.
Okay, boss?
Absolutely.
You better say yes.
What are you gonna do for now?
No 2.5% for you. I'm just kidding. Everybody excluding the auditor.
That's just because she loves
we used to, when we made these raises, there
I would
was
never do that.
exclusions.
But they built in.
Right.
Mine would kill that.
Yeah. And you can do that,
We excluded,
I mean,
What did we
do? I would-
we excluded like, I think,
excluding the
part-time.
former, the surveyor didn't get an increase, excluding this person didn't get an increase. You just put however you want.
Ourselves.
You are now.
right.
Yeah,
I just want to get everybody where they should be, eventually on a plan. The problem
Well,
is the
we
way-
worked real hard and put a lot of time into it last year, and then it got thrown to the wayside. Love you bunches. So then you ended up giving 10% raises, more than what we asked for.
No, so not something. I mean, it was like this, and it was kind of like,
No.
nah, let me show you.
Well, the people that communicate and work together, yeah, but the people that don't, no. Every single one of the offices that I worked with, it did.
There
And
were still
there's-
discrepancies. Pretty big ones, and I mean, I think
You
you want
don't come to
you wanna-
any meetings, if you don't communicate with anybody, then you're not on the same page with everybody else.
me?
No.
Oh, I was like, you don't invite me to your department head meetings. I tried to come, and you said I'm not invited. So I was like, no. At first you said yeah, and then it was like, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, you're working. Why is that, I wonder?
You're working during the day.
I know you do numbers, but how much was the
You can have my lunch.
employees, how much was the raise in employee, what was it, 300?
What the topic of conversation is.
I think it was like 323, something like that. So if you take off the,
Take off the
You can have a
123,
bit
130 with
section.
the retirement social security, then you're add another 3,000 to that, so you're still under what you need.
you guys know that, if you do the 5%
And take
and take off the longevity,
you're under,
you're under. And then you gave everybody 5%. I'm still figuring 2.5.
5% for full and part-time.
Do that.
Take off longevity, we're under the budget. I'd rather do
Yeah,
that.
see, the longevity is 103. There's a big chunk of that.
yeah, plus the social security.
Yeah,
retirement,
And I think some people
Oh,
would
yeah, you
do.
had the,
So it's 122,130.
For a goal.
oh, they didn't include the social security in that.
The 103,6.
No, she added it.
Yeah, we were good, yeah.
So we would be,
I have to check it to be sure, but
Just keep telling me what that is. Doesn't want to answer real quick.
what?
Can you tell me what, are you almost done with that one?
For a goal longevity for a year.
I'm in the assessor.
23.
Get 5% raise.
We're not doing longevity.
Yeah, that's right, we're not done. They give 5.
Just keep working on that.
Just
Yeah.
keep getting
Under
them.
budget.
They were thinking it was, I'm not sure.
So I wanted was a one-time shot stipend, you
Okay.
know, and
They're-
that way
they're
we
still
can
working on
control
that.
the salaries.
They're still working on what you originally requested.
No, not the original.
The 2.5.
I never had used that.
She's still working on it.
I mean, we don't have to get this completed this evening, we can do it the week after next. You know, continue the workshop. Or they'll have all the figures up. We still got an hour and a half to go, 2 hours.
It don't matter to me.
I'm afraid I might miss my council meetings. How about you, Gail? You afraid?
Wouldn't hurt my feelings.
We would have a quorum.
David, well, dock our pay if we don't get to the council meeting.
That's right. It's going along. We should be done here.
Well, don't rush.
No, not mine's equations. She's the one over there that's banging. She banging. I'm not banging.
It's not exactly what you said last year. I didn't read it.
I don't want to bang on the calculator anymore.
Any more words in there you forgot? No, it's like burning in my head.
I don't even remember what it said. You'll have to-
It was traumatic, so I do.
you'll have to forgive.
I remember.
Yeah. We're not going there.
I can still see it.
Are you scarred there?
Told you it was traumatic.
Hard to life.
I don't remember. Was it here?
Mine was on the phone.
Oh.
I didn't have.
Oh, that was when I was in French Lit.
Mhm, and I was at the patio.
I was at French Lit. As an AIC conference.
You do remember.
I remember the phone conversation. I didn't remember saying anything here.
Maybe it wasn't here, I don't know.
Well, look at how much better we're doing this year. Only wanted to bite each other's head like 2 or 3 times
A day.
a day. Well, yeah. No, I'm always 2 or 3.
Total. Today's been a good day.
One time this morning. One time yesterday. I didn't want to bite your head at all the first day.
You saved it up for the next day.
I was raving about how good we did the first day. What?
Lisa commented on that too. How
Yeah,
good we
something
were.
really good. Everybody
Yeah.
did really good. Then yesterday,
Yesterday went down and that's it.
Something about the early morning thing.
Yeah, that is right.
I'm glad to know we're actually on track with that
For what? Oh, that.
dispatch.
Well, I thought we were, but I didn't know why they were. I don't know. What changed or?
Oh, yes. I'm gonna erase this one. The same exact. I mean, I'm confused. What? Where's the interest?
Pull the bar up.
Oh, they just stopped it here completely.
Because they're saying that.
Okay.
But
I don't know.
I would all that.
I don't either, because how would you even know? That means we're using this for, all up in additionals, which is not true. It's not true. How would,
Yeah,
what is this based on? I mean, they stop it here, pull it all out, pull everything. Okay,
Because you take it and you set it over into that.
they're saying that's what's in there.
See,
Where's
that's
the
not-
amount? I don't understand, something's not right.
Yeah, that's probably what was in 2023.
I know, but, let me get this.
The interest,
Yeah, something's wrong.
I think that was just projected.
Yeah, but, you see, where is, okay, they pulled everything, which is what, show me where it is.
Well, that would have been
Where's it at though? Where's the total?
it's been pulled over here somewhere.
Where? Where is it?
It's in that,
Tell me what the amount is.
you did that ordinance and you put it all in that ordinance.
Okay, but where's the total for that?
It's not in there because it's gone. It's no longer in your,
But I'm looking to tell me how much that is.
oh, well,
Because if we don't even know, I don't know if it, is it $2 million? Is it, well, how much are you putting? Because that's too much, you know, maybe we can put some back and then this
no, you know,
get closer.
this would be like, what they say is 800 something.
And what's the projection here? You don't even know the interest rate. So
Well,
they're basing it off of.
It's projected forward in this. Was it in this?
Well, let me see it. How do they know? It already dropped 0.5%.
Well, it's just a guess. It's just an estimate.
Okay, well, let's see what it is.
Was it in this or where was that?
I want to know what they're basing it off of. Because that makes all the difference here.
I can't remember. Yeah, here. Yeah,
What?
see, okay, there's your 23,
Yeah,
which this should be similar to that. It is.
Yeah.
There's what you had year to date.
Kelly, the summer assistant for the co-op, I'm not giving
But
it
now
right
it's-
because that's just there.
already.
I mean,
So it should be,
I did.
That's what I mean, so why is it so far off?
Salary. So go ahead and up it.
so that.
Okay.
that would-
I included this.
Why would
So how-
could
You did do the summer assistant, okay.
you pulled it all out, and you know, it's in that special fund that we just created.
I mean, they can take that back out,
Yeah, see, that's why I was thinking that.
But they're considered part-time, that's why I didn't do that. So I'll take it out, because they're part-time. I mean, I don't have any totals, I'm just adding over here, I don't have anything to do. Okay.
To get them up to date, and
Alright, we're good, okay.
See what I understand, then see it.
they did.
What they produce
Do you know where my phone's at?
They just cut things straight in half, which is probably more appropriate.
the reason why is because it's not just the interest.
And
so
the
you're
money.
losing
Hey buddy, what's up?
So that's probably not,
It's
it's probably
probably close,
conservative, but
But what's the other thing? It would be funded, it would be funded, it would be
Right.
funded.
Let me see
yeah,
if
so
Daddy
those are
can,
the
I'm in
things that you
budget
put
session
in
and I'm
here.
really, really busy, so hold on a second.
Are
Call
we-
you back. Love you, bye.
But I guess what I'm saying is, are we, what's this?
Maybe.
Something's not right. Because we don't use this up. Is that really what we're,
She's
that's
saying
not the
something.
only thing that additional comes
She's
from.
just saying it affects the cash reserve.
That's not the only thing that is cash reserve. Right?
No, but that's the only interest.
I know, but it doesn't, look, it doesn't. Something's not right. Let's see.
See, these are all down by the amount of there. But they've been, that's why these are down.
Well, how come that one's less? 205 and 366 over here. What is this? I mean, this is messed up.
It might,
Why would that go up?
unless this is in a different time period, and this is another month or so
Right
on.
there?
Look at
I'll
this,
text you my code.
242 refunds and reimbursements, 242. Oh, wow, it is.
Some are the same.
I have some different.
I'm not sure.
Look at this. Why are these different?
What is it?
Let's certify here.
Very different.
50,000.
It might be based on the new projection that came out after this was done. They did a projection pretty recent that came out, maybe that.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference in my mom right up. My mom
Oh, wait.
babysits Wilder.
No, it's
So
not.
having my mom babysit
This
Wilder
is
up,
the big difference.
Wilder, it ties
50,000.
her up and it really affects me.
Look, right here. What's this?
Those are receipts, no, those are disbursements.
But what, 1,853,000 or 1,705,000?
I'd say it's a different.
Look at that. That's another 150. Something's not right.
See, this is probably new, that she's showing us.
I love her.
24 based upon 23 earnings.
She's her legs for running now a lot.
Yeah. I know. We're on week 2 and
I'm
it's
sure
really
going down here,
affected me.
figure out maybe a different time period, like this is through May, and this is through June. Maybe, I don't know. That's one thing I can figure out. But it's for a different time period.
Hey, Lisa's bringing it to you because I'm in the middle of budget. So she's bringing it to the front of the Legion Field. All right, so be waiting out there. She's just left and went to, huh? She's just left to go to the house, pick it up.
You still had a good reserve.
All right, love you,
built up.
bye.
If we would have left it at that, it wouldn't have. So when you take all that out, why is it such a big effect? I mean, why is it this drastic?
Hey bud, never mind, I got it taken care of. Brady needed his practice closed and I'm in budget, Daddy's in training.
Dollar.
So you're saying. we wouldn't have a fund, but
One of my coworkers, Lisa.
we're dipping into it.
Yeah.
All right, love you, bye.
Every time.
I'd say so, probably,
That's not good.
no. But I'd say it is being used.
I mean, it is through additional, but I mean, I'm gonna look at how much, because that's crazy.
Mhm.
That's where that is. And, hell, on it. So I don't think this is right.
Probably not.
Hey, when she sent you this, did she send any like language with it, like an email or something? Document, or you can send it to me? I don't understand some things on this, I don't, it doesn't look right. Thank you. Computer internship.
Kelly, you were on circuit board. You want to pass you? You're already passing it, okay. Which one are you on?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead down and do
So then you know, right?
parks.
Okay,
I
so
would
they,
have a lot, right?
so they removed.
Which one you got left? What all you got left?
Solid waste.
They didn't take any of it into consideration, but we have one,
Okay.
Restricted.
Okay.
right, from the original, which was, what was the
We've done
original?
all the small ones first.
The original first, what was it, 7?
Yeah, this is not accurate, that's what I thought.
This can't be accurate. What's the original? When this first started with everything in it? You got that,
Uh,
the request? And then we'll take that.
which one are you looking at?
This total original request, 'cause that's what she's saying, right? She did that and then took that out and then it doesn't count for any other cuts. But we'll look at where we're at versus what we started with, and that's the cuts.
And
And now we're going to have
hello.
right? I guess my question is, where's the total original first request? In this budget, 7 million, what was it?
No, it's. I'm talking about county building.
That's what this is.
Well, it's,
Wouldn't we have to take all that? And take the cuts out?
Yeah.
Because she said she's not counting for any other cut. But that's more here, right?
I don't know where that would be at.
Is that not right? You don't have to worry about it.
I have
I can
it.
look, I'll look for it. Don't worry. But am I thinking right?
I think so.
That's why this looks so low. Like, you're not depleting it completely. These numbers are not right. think we have to take it out.
See this. There's the,
And where's that
Through
here?
Brady's practice.
Or she got it wrong.
Flyer and forgot to
it would
start
be
it
this here.
at lunch.
Okay, where's 25?
Unless we see, it'd be this.
That's not even right. Oh, she took solid waste out, so
Mhm.
it was, that one, that should be the solid waste. Let's see if it is.
It should be.
This one? 7377451 minus 25, right?
You taking out.
6333285. Yes, that's right. Okay, okay. Now. But we're not funding this. We're funding this. So really,
Yeah, just
really, we're to the good, that difference.
these went down.
This difference, we're to the good.
You would add that back in.
Yeah, that's what should have happened.
That's why it doesn't, it looks worse than what it is.
It's way worse than what it is.
Well, see, it says right here. Any other cuts you made aren't taken into account in the general fund.
804,000 difference.
Line 38. Where's the 38? Here.
Look, 804,000 to the plus here.
Mhm.
What do you think of?
This isn't right.
This,
The solid waste thing.
Did she not take the solid waste out?
she didn't know
She
about the
didn't,
cuts.
she put it as everything the way it is without.
Yeah, because I haven't given her
Yeah,
anything.
so she-
But I mean, but really, it would have
But
been,
we haven't cut.
oh yeah, 804,000. So that would be to the good, towards this,
804 without including solid waste?
including what we kept in for solid waste. The total was what, 7,377,000 down to 6,572,000. So really, that's not accurate. But, I mean, I'm not asking you to go back, I'm just
No, I
saying,
see.
we're gonna have a
Well, she-
lot more cash than
Well,
what
she says here, any other
reserve,
cuts
these
you
reserves
made
are a lot higher than what
aren't
she's
taken
showing.
into account
The
in the
cuts
general fund, although they
She's
would
saying if you
increase the
funded
amount budgeted
everything,
and balance.
took the solid,
She was
Line
based on
38.
everything that funded in the
so
budget.
this,
Yeah, she's saying, yeah.
we shouldn't have gotten into a fight over this, because this is not right.
Did you get in the fight? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Razzle dazzle, what do you call it? What did she
We
call it?
razzle dazzle a bit.
Who won?
I don't remember.
We just
any
razzle
fight.
dazzle.
I think she calls it.
We get a kick out of it, I think.
She called,
But actually, what I'm saying is, we're much better.
did she call
These percentages that went down and looked like we were in the negative in 2 years.
Precious or something like that?
No, you never called Kelly Precious.
Don't be distributing this, because this is not accurate.
I only give it to you guys.
Well, she states it in here. I mean,
She states it in there. And I said that this morning, it didn't have the cuts. But I didn't realize we had cut 803.
Well, we did,
Sounds
by
like-
this morning, we did, look. You want me to show you?
Yeah, well,
what did we cut? Is that-
I like the Ys, I'm agreeing.
Okay. Whose is this?
I think that's yours. That was Keith.
Just, I don't want to mess you up on what you're doing, but I'll show you. Look,
Only can do
Keith isn't here.
hold on a minute.
He isn't? It's right there.
Where's that? 7 million,
Hi, Keith.
what we first started with, right? Yeah. In the general, and that. Where's that?
General should be very.
Have a good trip.
Here, and then in this. Oh, no, I might have these all messed up. I know, I don't want to.
I don't understand how it would be that.
Sorry.
No, do we really cut that much?
No, I mean. I mean, it looks like it. David, are you sure it's 79377?
Where's that beginning sheet? That'll have it on there.
I'm looking for it. He just had it. Am I keeping you from what you're doing?
Yes, you are.
7377451.
She wants to wrap it out in there. Yes, yeah, okay. Okay, here's what she said.
Well, I read this morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
I guess I just didn't realize we had cut 800 and
okay, I'm gonna say 7377, what?
451.
451 minus, where's my book? What we, in what, I think the last,
The last number.
so far, right here. 652, 7, yep, 380, okay, so 6572, 380. And that is to the good, right? So look, so this is actually 800 and something more, so we're not. You see what I'm saying? This is not gonna go down this much. And actually, that's not gonna get better. If we're, mhm.
Okay, so.
It's fine, I mean, it's
No, I'm
fine.
thinking.
It's fine right now, but just don't think this is what would happen. And again, that's if you took everything, and David's right, you're not gonna need that always, okay? I said that right off the bat because I don't want you to understand it. The reason I said that is because we're not using $300,000 to, I don't know, or to get it to where it needs to be. And it can start coming down, your team, your three, whatever it is. And we may not need that 1.whatever million. I just wanted to have enough. I didn't want to have, so. Take all that extra in there and it's just gonna, it will be
But
a
if
lot
we-
higher. You could just said five. I was just wanting some first capital. We'll look at it halfway through the year.
Look at you, compromise, Kelly.
Not really.
Yeah,
just-
I'm really seeing it. I mean, I'm
Get rid of the pen,
super
but-
kudos to you.
It's only because we're stuck wrong.
That's not wrong for some, she built it off of what I told her, because she doesn't know what we cut.
And you gave me wrong information.
I did not.
I don't remember cutting that much stuff.
I don't remember cutting that much. That's why I was trying to see, how did we cut 803, but I guess we did.
That's where she is all the time.
Well, we cut the insurance out of,
She gets excited.
Oh, well,
The
some of them are
insurance
pretty
is-
big. I guess
well, 56 was,
Out front, she gets.
Parks and Rec.
we had 262,000.
In lit.
But those
That's
are,
lit.
yeah, but those are lit, those aren't general. I honestly would say the same thing too, David, I didn't realize we cut 803 from general.
Watch what it said.
But it,
6,572. I didn't come up with that.
Is that the
one.
figure you took him off of, the 7,000?
Oh, you cut half the solid waste out, 200 and something.
Yeah,
That's to be 44 of it.
Yeah, but we didn't mess around, we
Oh,
actually
she
did.
took all the solid waste out.
No.
Didn't you?
yes, she did, she took all the solid waste out, and we only, yes.
We only took half of it
Yeah, she
out.
took all, we only took half.
So see, that's gonna help.
So that, but that's in the positive, that's in the plus.
It's even better. We didn't though, we did not take it all out, and ours is still 809 difference. Half of it is there, but where's the rest?
Nice. Put this close to the dryer and not side the dryer.
You're close enough.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, that sure it's in there. Dave, we need to find it, make sure.
I think, I think I threw that in the dryer, so I didn't touch the dryer. But the others, what we did. We cut 200.
What was solid waste? 544 and 992, whatever the change was.
Oh,
Just took all those salaries off.
yeah, that's flash. Okay.
They started it in longevity, that was 100 something thousand. So when did that go quick? I don't know. It's social security, all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's raises
We took all the
longevity.
salaries out. all the raises.
And
all the raises.
And longevity.
So
and-
that's like 300 something.
And we're giving her, yeah,
And, yeah,
Half
so
of it.
that's what it is.
323,000,
So
I think
that,
it
that
was.
probably is right then.
323, then you add the half, the 246, and then the other little
So, and
bit,
the other,
Parks and Rec, and then the other little bits. I bet it is 800. I just didn't realize we had cut that much.
I forgot about the salaries. and
I hadn't really added up the amount that we had cut it.
How much was salary, 300, so. it's like
323, 327, I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
320
So
something.
it's still in the pocket.
Yeah.
We need to look at this halfway through the year, really.
And she, well, see, she didn't have the cuts, she said she didn't have the cuts in there, but we just couldn't figure out why they were that much.
And
now-
why it's this drastic, and part of the reason it was that drastic was taking an initial 1 point whatever million out, which we would not need all of it. And the intention would be to put, or we can just do additionals, I guess.
Yeah, because she took all the interest we've gained this year, plus what we're anticipated to gain for the rest of this year.
Over $1 million.
Yes,
It's like 1.2.
yes,
Yeah,
and
it's all out.
then all of 2020, yeah.
Plus those steps. So really, it's not bad like this.
I feel a little better. I still like our plan, but I respect you.
Is there a dog in
That
there?
is the plan. Yeah, there's a puppy back there. Sitting there, we don't.
For more?
That's nice. I still think we'll be around close to that 2025. I do. Well, no, Cindy. It's a therapy dog. For, people that, I think, well, for anybody. It's probably for anybody, really.
So, consoling.
Yeah. It can console you, baby. I don't have any puppies.
I got one.
Yeah, she opens mom, she, like I said, she contacts me.
We can revisit it when it gets close to, beginning of the year, we can revisit it. When we revisit that solid waste, it's gonna be a lot better than
I think we'll be all right.
it would have been all right with all the interest.
I know, but it's being diligent.
Being financially.
I know, this cuts other things. It still would have been, I think it's fine.
Just do the report every, council meeting.
I really think
Well,
we're gonna be in good shape by the end of next year with that. I'm happy that it's getting resolved and worked and actually thoroughly looked through and worked over, and it needs that.
it wasn't
It desperately
working.
needs that. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I'm glad they're willing to take that on.
It wasn't working with the
I
board.
know. I
Yeah,
agree.
no oversight, basically.
I'm with the board for that. This is yours, you should have stuff on it, I guess.
Yeah, I did the other thing. I've got that paper for quite a while.
$809,000.
I thought the solid waste was in our budget at one time. I thought it was in 2010 when I got on, I thought it was. It may not been, but, I had to go back to my, records.
So good.
That is good.
Got them on a flash drive, so.
You still have all those budget books I got by there one day.
You picked them up,
I did.
yeah.
I can read.
What?
All the old budget books. I dropped them off.
I have a whole archive.
It's in your
I'll
garage.
check.
It was in my garage.
I
I
know
took
it.
it to your house.
Yeah, but then you picked them up.
I did.
I don't have them.
I don't know. I'll look, but I don't think so. He gave me like
I bet you if you look, they're probably in the back in your garage. You picked them up. I don't know who else would want them.
I didn't remember picking them up.
I would file the book, like budget books, every year, whatever.
I've got, pretty much trying to get rid of them. I've got 22, 23, 24, 25.
We're gonna be closer to 650 because look at all that too.
It's so much different, like, I don't like doing this
I've never used that app.
without the printer, without it, just that sound when you're going, it's just,
You don't like it.
no, I do. I don't, yeah, always, we always do it. Not even need a tape, it's just, it's soothing.
Get your signs.
Just pretend like you're doing something. They're like, oh, listen to her over there.
You know,
Calculator.
yeah, it's like banging on a calculator, you think I'm doing something, and I'm really not.
Yeah, typewriter.
Oh, I bet.
They actually make like gaming computers now for kids or whoever adults have it, that they purposely are loud like that. Whenever you hit those, they want it for some reason. And you just assume my heart. I don't know. Because I always thought people wanted to quiet things.
We don't have.
Now they're doing it the other way.
Portland. I might see real estate. So I said, "Oh, the people."
I know, I would.
It is. We could bring my garden. We
Get
just
kicked out.
pull them. So I can.
Why is that happening? Is your internet connection or because there's something wrong with the remote?
They don't, a lot of these.
Does that happen very often?
Yeah.
I don't have it happen at home.
I used to use a tractor.
Doesn't have to be
Cut down to 2 foot.
hours often. That ain't even let me in.
You have like maximum users or people who can be less. My work, if so many people are in a certain system, it'll kick you out. Because I only have so many. No, I'd say somebody get out there. If we get right up close. With that and whatever we do with the rest or
That sounds more to me. That's not bad. Everything.
585,000 and cuts if we take up that full 219 and add it back to the current cuts to 809.
Which is exactly, because remember, we started at 585, and we needed to cut. Yeah, 585, so, right here, we needed to cut
It's
on the
still
budget,
positive.
585, 849. That's what you're doing here.
She took out solid waste companies. I wanted to read you that one. Can I give you another scenario? We were gonna
Yeah.
go
I
forward.
might be able to work it on myself.
Number 20. Exactly right.
Exactly right.
585, 849.
See, that's how good we are. We figured accurately. I wasn't too confident about that last year. This year.
Seems like it's right.
Have you ever done the colors test?
What is it? Personality test.
No, just not necessarily.
You want me to take that?
I did it at leadership last week. Now I tried to figure out,
You trying to analyze me or what?
I don't know what
It's a
the
tough
other you
job.
are. I know y'all are green.
What's that?
I think you have a lot of green in you. I have a lot of green in you.
What's that mean?
And you like to know the why, and you like numbers, and are you super organized or not?
No.
And then you don't like yellow.
I like my chaos. I know where it's in my office. Is that what you're asking?
I got some orange in it.
I don't know. It's organized for me. But if you went in there, you'd be like, what is this? I know where it all is.
I'm tired of doing this.
You just wanna eliminate it?
love you.
You just want us to
No,
turn it off?
I'm knowing. I'm telling you though.
We could just slide it to somewhere else. Is that what you're saying?
Quiet.
It's an option.
I think I'd be fine if I wasn't working on this tiny print. Tiny
Give her
print.
tape. Looks like a CVS receipt. If you make an error, can you go backwards? Or-
Not all of them, once you get total.
I don't like that.
Do you know what a calculator is?
I don't use those. I never use one of those.
Do you ever use it, Catherine?
That is really intimidating to me.
I started teaching this.
Yeah, I use the cash register.
When I went to UB, that was one of our
I was
classes.
at McDonald's.
Was adding
All
machines?
this, that was one of the
We
classes.
didn't have those. One time somebody tried to show me, but it's just something weird, like,
Yeah, it's different than a calculator.
Crank it up.
I tried it. I
Then
was like,
some,
no.
well, that little Texas hidden button, there's your hand.
But I struggle on a calculator. Like I really have, when I'm doing my phone calculator, I really have to talk to myself on hitting it because it's different than this.
You use adding machine?
Little, not much anymore.
I don't know how to work it. Are you done? If you're waiting on her, I'm the other one.
Probably can't do
You
cursive.
might as well take a break.
Can you cursive write?
I can sign a check, yes.
We're starting to bring it back.
What are they?
My children
Discuss that.
have not learned.
Yeah.
Mine's not very good, so I'm not teaching. Mine's not like the proper way,
Oh, yeah, but
so it's just sloppy and fast.
I used to have to do it on like a
Dots.
line paper, you know,
Yeah,
Your lowercase up to the line.
we learned it. I mean, I know how to do it, but
That's only adding 63,660. I figured correctly.
Well, I haven't added everything up yet. Did you do it twice? Did it twice?
how is that?
What was that?
63,000.
We told you, you guys could do the 5%. It was only 123, I think it was 123.
For what? 523, 130 was on paper, you got that, 300 and whatever thousand. So,
it has to be more than 60,000. Is that what she said?
Not doing part-time.
full-time only, 3.5 hours.
Everybody, we did full-time only. So we can go back and, if you do the 5%, we can.
Did it just double or not?
Is there anything we cut, large item that we should put back maybe? That we think we're gonna be using during the year?
Well, I mean, you could add more to pauper, you could add more to the subsidy to EMS, you could add more to the insurance that you didn't technically add. I mean, I am a little concerned about that.
Well,
You
we
know,
could
remember
add
that $1 million insurance and then we took the 66,000 from lit jail, 66,000 from
Yeah,
sheriff,
Which we're over budgeted.
58,000 from Parks and Rec, or 53, somewhere in there.
53.
And then potentially one new jail employee if they take an you know, all of those are ifs, but they did have those budgeted and we just removed them and said they can go on the million. Well, we're on pace this year to hit the million with what they already had outside of that. So you can increase that if you want a little. It's up to you. Or you can increase the stipend, the raise, you can look at any of these other things. Dispatch, whatever. I mean, what do you guys think?
What this, maximize
We could
your,
put more back
your-
for
your-
EMS equipment.
hey, 5% across the
we're
board.
gonna-
We could set
And
aside
no longevity.
60,000 for another ambulance
Got to wait
lease.
on longevity.
I think we ought to do kind of that. Put it back into the budget.
I wouldn't mind to have 60,000 for another ambulance lease and then the rest of it can go. Still, with your 5%, still.
You do 5% in that? We still have room.
Plus 60 plus.
But at this point, this is, I mean, we started cutting like crazy. And then I think,
That's
you know,
okay. I think you got
we probably should put back,
put some in that insurance and put some towards
Put some
another
back in.
ambulance lease.
What kind of raise you look at here? I mean, we got all
I
kinds
mean,
of
if you go to
numbers floating
5%,
everywhere.
you're still at
2.5.
127.
What'd you
So
say?
you still have about
Should have
100,000.
that, that longevity.
127.
At 5% for full-time, it would be 127, we'd still have what, 100,
Close to, let's see,
here, sorry,
5%, but no longevity. What about for part-time?
92,000,
92,000, so.
roughly.
That's probably better for you guys.
Well, there's no probably.
They'd be
Yeah,
happy, that's for
yeah,
sure.
I mean,
People would be
5%,
happy.
no longevity. I think.
And then we have 92,000 left to
Left
put
over.
somewhere. And what do you think? I mean, do you want to put it towards the EMS equipment or whatever?
Either pauper attorney
I mean, I do.
or split it up.
Split it.
That way we can move back. If one of
Or the insurance?
Yeah,
I mean-
if put it there like a
It's-
pauper
it's
attorney,
all
or EMS, we could move it.
I just like to be more intentional with
I
it.
don't care if
To
it is
ambulance.
everybody.
I think you need to
you
do
say put back,
insurance, I think that might,
Help.
put part of it in the insurance and maybe part of it in
Part of
the, what were you saying, the offer or the
EMS,
EMS, maybe EMS. I don't know.
because that'll help with the second, once you, if you want to try to get 4 new
to go
ambulances.
over the
which is really, I think,
categories
what
you're
we need.
talking about.
I mean, it could be anything.
No,
Stan. I'm
mean,
just giving suggestions.
I couldn't hardly hear you.
Okay,
Pauper, EMS,
Wait a minute, start
so
over.
it could be like
Pauper.
more in the pauper,
EMS,
more in the EMS, like another
Well,
ambulance
that's the
lease.
money left over, right?
Another ambulance lease,
Insurance.
insurance, right, put a little bit more over there since we took some out of the other thing, which is probably the responsible thing to do. I think we should.
insurance.
Split them in half, put some here and some there, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
you can do 2.5% raise.
anything to keep from
whatever.
trying to do
You fine.
additionals out of the general fund. If we can put
That's
back
the goal.
in,
That's the goal.
If
Insurance is right on.
Your pocket,
I mean,
5%.
okay.
If everything stays the same, insurance is right on, but we remember, we took 66,000, 66,000, and 58,000.
I'd say insurance first.
And we know that's gonna happen
Well,
unless.
5%. The old longevity for full-time.
is that, are you talking about the 5%, does that include everybody? The
Let
way
me
you-
see.
Or what are you talking?
Let me see real quick. Kelly, that was just full-time, wasn't it, your numbers? I think,
I think that's what you said. It's all county employees, all 97.
let me, do you guys want me here? Let me just do another column and let me see what it would be with everybody.
Now, you gotta remember with everybody on the 5%, the
Not
part-time people, a lot of part-time people like the sheriff's department, they might only work 1 or 2 days a month if that.
That
Man,
includes-
Yeah,
that will
you
be
can't, we
costing
can't
the
go
county
with
that
every
much for them.
part-time person.
that includes-
And like with my people,
That did
I'm going
include.
back to that again,
Corner.
it's hard to
What?
find somebody who wants to work for $4,300 or $4,200 a year for what they have to do, and if they don't get a pay raise,
I think we're 4,700.
Record.
That one we are.
it's just hard to find people who want to deal with dead people.
Kelly, I didn't hear you.
Nothing, I was just wondering.
Okay, so I'm doing this real quick.
So what are we doing?
What's that?
Another figure?
Let me just do one more figure.
What are you figuring?
Doing the 5% now.
I can't find that. How much was that, under budget figure again? What was it?
219, 222.
How much?
219,222.
And, you said the 66,000
Was 2.5%.
was 2.5.
Right, what was it, Kelly? For the full time?
63,660.
63,
660.
63,
6, for
6.
2.5% for all full time. And that includes pension and social security.
So we've got probably 155,000 still under.
I wanna check this, guys, cause we're gonna have to have a meeting the first week of October, cause I'm gonna go through these tomorrow and make sure everything's, you know what I mean?
Okay, what was the
There's
total,
just too much for it to rest of.
what was the total of the longevity if you put that back in?
It's 101.
123, 130.
123, 130?
Yeah, that was
We can't do a reading when we have all the
Social
numbers.
Security retirement. No. And I'd like us,
That'd
yeah,
get just 32,000 left over and then, split that, you put it in.
That would be till October 10th, wouldn't it? Or when is our final?
the 12th, October 12th,
12th?
October 12th.
What do you think?
I think we need to have some for that insurance is worrying me.
I agree. If we've got a little
I
bit
didn't
of
want to
money.
do the longevity, but,
That's fine.
I
We're
would,
not doing
I don't want to,
my mind, you can change my mind on it. You know,
I don't think we were planning on it. I mean, were we?
no,
Okay.
but what I did, 63,000 out of 219, and we got 155 left over. Can the other councils sustain, the other 123 every year? See what I'm saying?
What other councils?
We were talking about using that for insurance.
Yeah.
Future councils. I don't want to put a
Oh,
burden
we were-
on future council members
Oh,
on the budget. That's why the longevity.
Right.
If we do the longevity, then we got to keep on doing it.
it's
So we were talking
recurring.
about longevity already.
But I did just now.
Get that out of your head.
Okay, well, what we gonna do with the other 155?
What we were talking about,
I'm
the
looking at-
insurance,
I'm figuring up the 5% right now.
and then we were talking about any leftover, we were gonna maybe do insurance or
EMS
EMS or.
Somewhere we can get to it.
That's what we were thinking.
If we need to move it
If
around.
you do 2.5% for full time, you have 155,562. If you do 5%, she's figuring it up. Is it
Well,
not
that's
double?
half,
Is it not
that's-
double or it's
You might as well say
double.
126.
Maybe not exactly. If you do, Paul recommended maybe 5%.
Yeah.
And that's double the 63,660 or close to it anyways. You
It'll be
think?
about 130.
So you still have like roughly 90.
You would still have around 92,000.
Then put some of that off, return it, some EMS or something,
Or
insurance, whatever, someplace where you get to it.
Probably needs to go to insurance first.
I think so. We're 190 off of insurance. Not
Well, I'll go
not
along
including
with
the new
that.
employee.
I mean,
Alright.
I'll go along with that. I mean, you take,
We need to
63,
be as
660
realistic.
times 2, that's getting you pretty close to where you're gonna be.
What is it?
I says, it's a 63, 660 with the 2.5. take that times two, you're gonna get you pretty close to where you was at there, so,
30.
Close to one,
and then we're gonna, you said, I didn't do the math, but then we could do, you said, somebody said 92,000 left over after
Yeah.
that.
and that could go into
Then we
the
could
insurance
cut
where
that
we
in half,
cut.
insurance, and that'll get it. We're getting.
I think it
pretty
probably
close
all
to the
needs to go
wire.
to insurance because we're down 190, actually.
And then you just have to look at lit, public safety.
What?
To make sure you're still in.
Make sure we're still under that, because remember, we pay salaries at lit.
Yeah,
Remember, we gotta be under that 369 and we're at 320.
Okay, we'll just do 2.5.
369 is what it needs to be.
What's that exact number?
So if you know it all.
If we do,
I'll find it.
696, that's close. 696, 905.
We gotta be under 6,905, 696, 905.
Yep.
What's the lit number again?
1112. Oh, 69.
He said 696, 905, that's $6 million.
No.
Or 696, where was it?
696, 905.
And just the
696.
three lit?
Yeah.
Lit public safety? We're not even close to that.
We had 628 yesterday.
So we have 164, 525. 186,000.
That's with the raise? 65%?
Or, hoping to double that.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Kelly, heaven forbid you make a mistake.
that one,
That one,
That is not.
I don't like,
whatever.
is waiting for it. Oh, I'm not going to. I just want to be fair.
I know exactly what you're asking. Or what you're talking about. What is this? We might be here till 4:45. Then we'll run the rush through our meeting. You didn't bring your baby stuff with you? Ah, you don't need it.
I didn't need it.
You didn't need, well, you ain't driving, you ain't going home.
I've got mine on the
I heard-
copies.
I heard,
I'll have copies for you guys.
I heard she's got a big paper budget. She said she was gonna print them all.
You think?
Flat book countries now, so you should have fun.
Right?
I already have 14,000.
All right, so I've got all the general done. I'm not gonna worry about highway, I just did health, but I'm not gonna worry about highway because I can check those and we'll schedule a meeting for the 1st of October, because we know that they budgeted for the 5% and they'll be fine. So Kelly, do you wanna total up general just to see what we've got after you finish lit? And kind of see where we're at. But like I said, I wanna tomorrow double check these and make sure, so this is not final. But
I think we're still good.
Huh?
I think we're still good.
I do too. But I wanna check these, cause we flip-flop numbers in the spreadsheet, she's been banging and all this, so I wanna make sure, but, okay, all right, clerk. And I'm gonna just do a quick glance as I look at each one of these and make sure I got it all. So for clerk, I have a total of, this is with the 5%, 214,887.
They didn't already change.
No, that's not right. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Well, we had to change 50, there,
What if it is 15?
there,
Should be more.
there, social security. Oh, social security doesn't have, yeah, it does, 4, 5, 6,
That's like
7, 10.
$30 more.
Hold on, 3, 8, okay, 50,000, 05, 005, 38, 884, 71, 566. Clerical, 11, 694, social security. That's an off. Is 9432, retirement.
Where'd you get so 9342?
12,572.
9,432.
It's 13.
Yeah, we were 13.
Oh, it's taken, never mind, it's in the wrong, sorry. So that needs to be G4, not H4. G4, that's probably where it's off. $13,166, does that sound better? Yep. What, retirement, Control V. So I'm gonna check these each I go. 219,963. 219,963.
What was your retirement?
15,150. No.
No.
Four plus 25. $20,751, sound better? Let me make sure. P4. Oh, we're still figuring. I thought I had these all good and they're not. I deserve that one.
I mean, if you're gonna have another meeting roughly, it's gonna be $91,900 roughly that you're gonna have if you want 5% increase in the general.
So we'll have
A rough-
91, roughly 90,000 left over.
Yeah.
So what two
We can
funds
have
we
these
want
all,
to put
what I
that
can do is we can clean this all up tomorrow and email them out to you for you guys to review next week, if we wanna set a meeting. For,
in? Yeah,
Can we just go ahead and get our intention here and then you give us the
Yeah.
final numbers? That way,
yeah, get your
there's
intention
no
with
like,
your
'cause I don't
90,000 where
want
we
any
can go
in
ahead and put
between
that
and
in.
we've got all these other ideas and,
Right.
you know, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, what were you wanting to do?
We'll do an initial and then you'll get them all sharp.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the final. You'll get the intention now. What's the intention? What we wanna do?
The 90,000 after the,
Whatever.
yeah, that's after the raises.
after the.
Whatever you wanna do with the 219, 22, 222, figure that out now. They can sharpen the numbers, make sure they're at, absolutely, we can go ahead and vote on the intentions and then they can sharpen the numbers, then we can vote again, just to make sure it's finalized correctly.
Well, and at some
Is that
point,
okay?
at some point now, we're gonna have to go through each one of these and vote.
Yes.
Right.
We can do
That's
that.
what
Yeah,
I'd like us
I
to
can do that
schedule a
now.
meeting that
I can,
Monday.
we can do that now and
No,
then
we
we,
can't.
oh, we
Not
can.
on general.
no,
We don't have the exact.
Okay.
numbers.
I mean, I'll be good for us to have a meeting that Monday or Tuesday when we get back.
yeah, once you have the numbers, that
It
won't
won't take
take
that
long.
long.
But we need to go ahead and get this, like, this is our intention. I don't
Go ahead and
wanna,
allot your,
yeah, I don't wanna
other
have, well, let's
money.
do this and change this and all that. I don't
so
wanna
you're
go back.
looking to do
No.
the 5%, now what are you guys gonna do with the other 90,000?
Well, you may want to look around too, where we did cut some little odds and ends here or too. I know Paul Paternity, insurance, but
Pauper and
maybe a couple other
insurance.
places where we cut.
Where?
more fees. I don't know. I mean, we look back through here.
I think
Well, we need to do that
decide
now.
Yeah, you do
We need-
that.
I'd say insurance first.
It needs to be insurance first. We cut $190,000.
Whatever's left over, we're splitting it between the two different funds, we say.
Well, or one or whatever, but
Yeah.
insurance is, we're gonna need it.
I say just take it to the end.
And
The 90,000 right over to the insurance.
go ahead,
90,000
let's set a
over the
meeting date
insurance.
for Monday or Tuesday or
I
something.
think we need to go ahead and vote on this and then get the sharp numbers.
What are we doing now, the 5%, where is it going? Are there exceptions to this?
5% full-time, is that what you,
Well, we can't vote on it until, we
we
can,
can make an intention like today and then they sharpen it and then bring us the
I did
final numbers. What do you need?
Full-time and the part-time that were in here, I went ahead and added those. Except
Part-time
for-
and what?
Man, I didn't give 5% to the off the extra pays thing. It was strictly the salary amounts.
But who are the
It was
part-times that are getting it? All part-time or?
I mean, I was just like the clerical in the clerk's office. I added 5% for the clerical, which is a part-time job.
It's a full part-time job.
Yeah, it's a full part-time job.
They work 5 days, you know.
The ones you
but
know that
just
are
so less hours a day.
Yes.
yeah.
And the sheriff, I didn't do, like he has part-time police officer, he had a budget of 5,000. I did not increase that.
No,
That's just like a wage thing, right? It's
Right.
just when they pull the hour.
Yeah.
So that basically that hourly wage is not on that.
Coroner, I did include that.
The deputies,
yeah,
You did include.
I did
Yes,
include
did include one.
you included the coroner and the deputies.
Yes. Because I included the elected officials in the other offices,
Not us,
but like
not commissioners.
no.
Did you guys, I mean, why did you?
No,
I did the summer assistant increase 5% for the extension office. You can or you don't have to, I did.
Okay, is it easier for you to tell me who's not included in this?
No, this is easier for me
Okay,
right here.
okay. Okay.
I didn't include the council.
That's fine.
I didn't do anything, the election board.
That's fine.
our commissioner.
I didn't do anything in the commissioners. Didn't do anything in solid waste.
No. That's to be figured out.
The circuit court, like I was saying, I didn't do anything for the, like the plat book or the reassessment or those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Not the
do,
extra dollar.
I didn't include the pauper administrator or the jury administrator in court. I didn't do those two.
Okay.
So this is,
Their actual base salary.
Yeah,
it has to be a motion made that we do this, and it's got to be with exceptions, or we're gonna have the same issue we had
Yeah.
last year.
right.
Motion of intent, or whatever you want to call it.
No, I mean,
It's gotta be, yeah.
it's got to be stated that it's
Yeah,
with
you guys gotta tell
exceptions.
us what you want to, yeah, so we make sure we figure it out how you guys want.
Yeah, I didn't do like the part-time jail officers
list
or the
exceptions.
part-time matrons in the jail.
You have to list the exceptions or you're gonna.
They're not
have to-
5 days.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So we need, we need a list
Mhm.
of those exceptions.
Well, she's reading them. I mean,
I know, but do you have that all?
To do the-
no, do we need to go ahead and write through it? Write them down?
We'll get it together, we'll get it together.
We don't need to do that today, do we, or do we?
We need to have some kind of something today, don't we? So this
Oh, but-
doesn't change
I
and
mean,
people
you
come
can
back.
do an intent of 5%
With
with
exceptions.
exceptions that will be named
Named.
in
That-
your
there you
next
go.
meeting.
That's right, that's better.
Yeah.
I like it
And
better, because then we're
You
not
can put the
coming back and saying, well, I
90,000,
thought about it, and I wanna do
Yeah.
this and do that, do this and this.
Give them time-
91,000.
Give them time to review it, give them time to crunch the numbers a little
Put
bit.
that motion in of an intent. State that.
I'll let you do that.
I'll make a motion to do a 5% raise for all full-time employees and part-time with exceptions to be named later.
And what do you want to do with the 90,000? Left
And
over?
then we'll just talk about doing
We'll
with the.
go back through here, insurance, Paul Turner,
Just,
whatever.
in-
I
insurance.
think we said just
It
put
needs to be
Just
the
put an
insurance,
Yeah, and then
in that $1 million
Insurance
insurance
budget,
commissioner's budget.
But the last round of cuts we made, we had something that we really hesitated.
Now,
on. We
is
made-
this just gonna be an ongoing
It
raise
needs
or
to be
just a
that
stipend?
insurance,
insurance.
yeah,
Okay, he
into
made-
the $1 million insurance in the commissioners, because remember, we cut 190,000
So
out.
he's made this
Yeah.
motion.
That's what I'm
Second.
I'll
talking
second
about, the
Motion by
raise.
Gail, second by Paul.
Wait a minute,
Any discussion?
Discussion.
the raise, is it an ongoing 5%, like next year they get it too?
That's just
It's
for
on
this
top
year.
of the salary. It's on top of the salary, so that'll be the salary. for
It's a
next
5% salary increase in 2025,
Alright,
correct?
okay,
So it would be
Because we talked
reoccurring,
about-
it's not a stipend, it's a reoccurring.
we talked about stipends and everything else.
I know.
Just wanna
I know.
make sure.
Okay, so
Motion by Gail, second by Paul. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. 5-0, yeah.
Okay, we did it.
Now, when do you wanna have your meeting?
Yes, we gotta,
right now,
do you wanna have it on Monday,
Oh.
September 30th?
I'm in our meeting right now,
Tuesday,
Yeah.
October 1st,
Give yourself time to,
How about October the 1st?
Tuesday,
Start that-
October 1st.
Start October, right.
Look at my calendar.
As long as it's not tonight.
oh, hold on, I got a lot of stuff in October.
I don't even know if I can do it or not, but
We got something on the 3rd.
Yeah,
I gotta call Cheryl. and see
you
if
got a lot,
that's
you got a
okay.
lot going on, David.
I do.
Yeah,
okay, next week,
What?
next week's AIC,
I'll tell you.
next week's AIC conference. So-
Yeah. Yeah,
Second is a
we
Wednesday?
gotta skip next week.
October 1st.
Oh.
Tuesday.
The first
Right
and
after
Tuesday.
Halloween. Ooh, spooky.
At what,
No, not,
what time?
no, I'm thinking September.
We want to do this like at
Hang
4
on.
or 5 or what?
Are you doing?
Are you guys good with four or five, whenever you guys wanna do it?
4 o'clock.
4
4
o'clock.
o'clock.
Kelly does 4 work for you.
Tuesday the 1st at 4 o'clock,
Tuesday, the 1st at 4
Uh,
o'clock.
here or at the,
We don't really need to have it here. We can just do it at the courthouse, cause
Yeah.
I'll already be there.
Yeah, it's freezing in here.
okay.
So
It's
Tuesday,
just for that intention, right, to read through the final number.
read through it, make
Go
sure
through
you guys
each
are
one of
all
these.
good
Then
before.
we're gonna be voting on each page.
I know,
Right.
I know.
Yeah,
Go
vote
back
on
through
each
them and vote
page,
through each page.
Make any last minute changes, but
Like
if
what?
needed. I'm just, you know, so
Shouldn't be.
if we go
Should
through,
not be.
it shouldn't be, but we go through and see.
Well, and let's
If
not
you
try
wanna
to
do
get
that,
any
you can do it
add-ons
at 8
for this
o'clock in the
meeting.
morning.
either.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
just-
we're not, I
No,
don't,
This
I
is
do
a
this,
workshop.
I do
This is
not wanna
still
go back
part of
through
the-
the
I'm gonna
board
label
changes.
it as a budget workshop. so
If
there
we're gonna
won't
go
be
through
any
more
other
changes,
meetings.
let's just
It'll
stay
just
here,
be-
because I don't
Good
wanna go
point,
through that
Sam.
again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
My intention is not to make additional changes then,
No,
No, we just wanna verify our,
just the numbers
we
are.
wanna
Verify
verify
the
the
numbers.
numbers, verify the
Decide
numbers
what
and
we're
vote.
gonna do.
That's correct, I don't wanna go back and have to do this
We're not
again.
gonna go back
No.
through these and start changing.
No, 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 no.
Verify the numbers and vote. I wanna commend you guys. I know there was some rough times, but we made it through it. We had some razzle dazzle.
This isn't anything like it was.
No, but this is nothing like it was last year. It's nothing.
Thank you.
yeah, this is,
Thank you
this
guys.
is
Thank you. I mean, we can
not
agree.
easy, it's not easy.
Next year will
doing
be
a
not
budget.
easy.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, let me turn it off. Did you guys vote to adjourn?
No.
Oh, no, we need a motion.
Motion made to adjourn.
second,
Motion by Paul, second by Stan, all those in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye.
Everybody bring to the courthouse
Motion carries 5-0.
for that.
Don't forget you got a meeting at 5 o'clock tonight.
so